All right, hello everyone. Shalom and peace to all of you. I hope my voice came in good and clear. We are live on Ramble and YouTube and Discord at the same time. So wherever you like, you can join and you can be with us. I will make videos from time to time to give you some education about the false fictions of Islam. Additional to the fiction we knew, there's many things Muslims do. Like today, we will, the title is talking about why Muslims, as you see in the image, they put Quran on their head and what the purpose of it. Maybe another video, I will make a video about why Muslims, they even eat dirt, because, yeah, they do eat dirt. There's many things Muslims, they do, which is weird and stupid, crazy. But what you expect from such a cult? If we check why Muslims they do this, you will find that the answer is very simple. They believe that if they put the Quran on their head, Allah will answer their prayer. And if they don't, He will not receive it. And like you do not need to be like super genius to know that this is something very stupid to believe in. But Islam, all of it is based on fictions and stupidity. And those poor people believe in such a garbage. And to make it more funny, those people, they don't even know, because not every time you put the Quran in your head, the prayer will be received by Allah. No, it is only for the night of Al-Qadr. The night of Al-Qadr, which is the night where Muhammad supposedly received the Quran. But nobody knows when this night is. All what they knew that it was in they tried to pray in the last 10 days of Ramadan. Muhammad told them last 10 days of Ramadan. But just to prove the point of this stupid religion, do we have any Muslim would like to join us in Discord? Do we have any Muhammadan here? If there is any Muhammadan would like to join us, feel free. So, there is a date where Muhammad supposedly received the Quran. Now, which date is that? And just to show you how stupid this cult is, Ramadan, it changed every year. So Ramadan, like this year was what, last month? Correct? So it was in March. Is that correct? Or maybe started in February, ended in March. I'm not sure of the date. But next year, every year, you add 10 days, so the date change. So imagine the night where Muhammad received the Quran. Few years ago, it was in July. Few years after, it is in March. Few years after, it is in October. Few years after, I mean, if this is the night where Allah will receive the Quran, how this night will work if the night change? I mean, they don't even know which night, and because the calendar of Islam is stupid. We have Hatim. Go ahead, Hatim. Are you there? Are you there, Hatim? Hatim, he muted himself, I know. All right. So how a Muslim pray to God and believe? Let us say Muhammad was born in, according to Muslims, he was born in Monday. But Monday,
Hello?
yes, Hatim. Are you a Muslim?
Hello?
I hear you. Are you a Muslim?
Hello, Prince. How are you?
The Prince is doing good. How about you?
Yeah, oh yes, I am a Muslim, yes.
So what do you think? Why Muslim they put the Quran on their head?
Oh, oh, I'm good too.
Huh? What?
Truly, if you want, let me to talk. I could say the problem it's not about the Islam or the Quran. It's in the Arab people originally. This is the reality, truly.
Really? Why?
Okay?
Why the Arab? What the problem with the Arab?
Because it's you can say the Arabs they can. The problem it's in the Arab. You can say when the Islam is coming, is trying like any other religion to make the peace and all this stuff. But the Arabs were on Quraysh when the Islam come change everything. But the Arabs now they acting in the same way like Quraysh. It's not about the religious stuff.
But wasn't
No,
Muhammad
it's not because of
wasn't
Islam, I think.
wasn't Muhammad himself a terrorist and he is an Arab?
Truly, I think yes. You can say there is a lot of violence verses in the Holy Quran. This is a truth because the Holy Quran talking about area in the past. Okay, it's not talking about now like holding a sword and go and fight everyone. But the Arabs, because they are hate civilization, they hate the West because the West is very successful. They hate the West. They feel jealous, so they want to destroy the West and
So what?
America,
So why
Europe.
Muhammad at that time?
Uh,
Okay, so are you saying Muhammad at that time he was jealous from the West? Because at that time too, the West was successful. The Roman, they are very well, they have cities, they have theaters, they have civilization, they have art, they have music, they have, the Arab, they are savage, Muhammad, he used to take a shower once a year. So is that the same reason the Arab, they decide
yeah,
to attack the neighbors? So Muhammad is not a prophet then, according to you. He's just a guy who is a thief. He want to steal what the neighbor they have. He noticed that the neighbor they have wealth, so he decided to attack them. And I agree with you. Muhammad, he says, attack the Roman and get the blondie girls.
yeah,
So do you agree with me that Muhammad is a false prophet then?
yeah. Truly, truly, I think after Muhammad is dead,
I don't understand. So are you a Muslim?
listen, if you just
Are,
let me talk,
are
please,
you are you
Prince.
a
I want
Muslim
to
or
make
you?
something clear.
Yeah, I'm trying to
After
understand. Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
me,
Are you a Muslim or not?
yeah, I am a Muslim.
Yeah, but you just
Yes,
agree. But
I
you
am a
just
Muslim. I
but you
believe
just
in the
agree.
message of Muhammad. I believe in the message of all the religious, all the prophets.
Ah,
What?
did you hear of Prophet Joe?
What?
Did you hear of Prophet Joe Biden?
Just
Yeah, okay. Well, because I like this prophet. So what do you mean I believe in all the prophets? You just
Joe
told me.
Biden is very good man.
Yeah,
Truly,
I
yes.
know, absolutely. So you believe all the
Yeah.
prophets. Which prophet you believe in them? If Muhammad, you just said, he is a thief and he is just jealous from the Western. So he said to his followers, go attack the neighbors. How you believe in him?
Listen, I believe in his message. I don't care about the stories. I think after Muhammad's death, you know the story, his companions killed each others and they attacked the Roman Empire, they attacked Syria, they attacked Iraq, they attacked the West. Yes, this is reality. I admit this and I
So,
understand
but how
this.
you can believe in
I'm
them?
telling you.
How you can believe in a
Listen,
message?
when there is people looking today to the conflict,
Listen, Hatim. How you can believe in a messenger
Mhm.
when he is a bad person for you?
Yes, I do believe in.
Okay, but if he's a bad character, he's a bad person. You believe
Mhm.
you follow a bad person?
No, no.
Well, you just agree with me. He's a thief. The Arab, they are hateful.
You talking about the hadith stuff and ahadith?
No, the whole thing, the Quran, the Hadith, all the same. Isn't it Muhammad attacked the neighbors?
Prince,
You said
in the war,
you said to me that the Arab attack. Isn't it Muhammad is the one who
Prince.
did the attack?
Oh.
I don't hear you.
Muhammad, he didn't give even an order to attack the other people. This is the Arabs. They are used to do their stuff. Yes, this is the reality. Even the conflict in
where you
Israel
get
right now between
where
the Israelis and the
okay where you get your reference from when you say what you say? Where you get this from? When you say Muhammad did not attack, you get it from where?
I know this because I am not stupid. I am
My friend, a person who is not a stupid,
listen.
a
Yes,
person who
true. The war is the war. The time is of war. There is no rules. Friend.
no. I'm asking you.
What?
You said Muhammad did not attack, did not order to attack. Where do you get this from?
Yeah.
Where do you get this information from?
I know there is. Yeah, I know there were battles and wars. I know in the time of Muhammad, but this is the wars, fight and all this
War
stuff in the Middle
war
Ages,
for sake
maybe
of what?
behind it,
War
this stuff.
for the war was
It's normal, I think, in the
war
in the, in
was
the
for
old
the sake of
history.
the war was for the sake of sex and money, and God is just a tool to motivate those who die. They say, okay, you know what? Not only you will get sex and money, if you die, you will go to heaven. You will get more sex there. So the religion of Muhammad, it was sponsored by three major motives.
Yeah, they believe. Yes, the terrorists believe.
Muhammad,
True.
Muhammad,
Yeah,
Muhammad,
yeah.
Muhammad himself is the biggest terrorist.
Hmm.
Muhammad is the first terrorist. You are blaming the Arab for what? For following Muhammad. You now, right now, when you say to me at that time, what at that time? There's not. This is if the book of God is good. Is the Quran sent only for that time, or it is for all time? Hello.
Yeah, they say this. True. Yeah,
All right. So Islam is bad. Islam is disgusting.
yeah.
Islam is a
Yes,
terrorism.
yes, yeah. True, true. They say about all this.
Yeah. So why you stay a Muslim? Then you should leave Islam.
I think.
If you agree Islam is bad,
I think I am a person who I believe in Jesus. I believe in all the messages. I believe in God. This is because I know there is a God. So I believe in peace. I am not a person who is like a
but you don't. Yeah.
monster
Okay.
following the bad things.
No
I take the
problem.
good things.
That's
I don't care about it.
that's good. That's
This is
good,
how the way
Hatim.
I am.
But I'm not talking about what you believe. I'm talking about Islam. You know, it look
Yeah.
like you have a different belief from what Islam is. So you look like you convince yourself that you are a Muslim, but you don't want to be like the other Muslims. You want to be a peaceful Muslim. But how you can be a Muslim without following the Quran? Isn't it your Quran the guideline? How you can be a peaceful Muslim if you are a Muslim? This is against the Quran teaching.
I think there is no order.
There is no order in the Quran
Yeah,
to.
yeah, there is people, there is lots of Arabic persons who they are using religious for
My friend, the Quran says
true.
that.
Yeah,
The Quran says,
but
kill.
it's the
The
same.
Quran, the
Prince, let's
Quran,
be.
the Quran says, kill the Christians,
Yeah.
kill the Jews, kill the non-believers. This is Quran. This is not the Arab. This is the one supposed to you believe he is God. It is Allah who said, kill the Christians, kill the Jews, take their women, take their land.
Yeah, I think yes, there is verses in the Quran talking about fighting. Yeah,
No,
true. And
no,
all the hateness
not
against the
not.
Jews, maybe because of these verses. Yes, I admit this.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
true.
so do you follow the Quran or you don't follow the Quran?
Yeah, but there is no need to blame.
Well, if you follow the Quran, then you have to kill the
I think
Christian.
there is no need to
Then
blame the new generations for the old things.
what all things? What the Jews did? It's what Muhammad did. The Jews are victims.
No,
Muhammad.
I will not. I will not kill even a person,
But
even if the
do
gods.
you condemn your prophet for taking the Jews from their land, for genocide he did against them, for kidnapping their women, for stealing their wealth? Saudi Arabia, half of it belonged to the Jews. The city of Medina It's called Yathrib. Muhammad, he took it.
No,
He
no, no.
changed the name.
Prince. Muhammad. Yes, yes, true.
Yeah, so
No,
he's
it's not because of Muhammad. It's because of the companions of Muhammad after the deaths of Muhammad. There is no orders from Muhammad to kill
no.
the
Muhammad,
Christians.
he killed them during his lifetime.
Yes, this
By
is the reality,
when
Prince.
when
They
Muhammad
they they change everything.
no, my friend, when Muhammad was dead, there is no Jews left in the Arabian Peninsula. No Jews, no Christians. Before the death of Muhammad, Muhammad is the one who killed them. What you are trying to do, you are trying to make Muhammad was a good boy,
No,
and the Arab they are bad people.
no, Prince, Prince.
But
Abu
the
Bakr.
truth, no, my friend, no. The one who did it was Muhammad. He killed. We have all the reference. If you are a Shia, I have Shia reference for you. If you are a Sunni, I have Shia Sunni. And this is in the Quran. The Quran received by Muhammad, not by after he died. Chapter 9, verse 29 says,
No,
fight those who
no.
don't believe in Allah from the Christian and the Jews. Anyone, the Christians and Jews, don't believe in Allah and He's a prophet and the false religion of Islam, kill him. This is Quran. Do you believe that the Quran received after Muhammad death?
No. The Quran doesn't tell this.
What do you mean? What do you mean the Quran does not tell this? I can show you right now. I can show
No,
you. My
when
friend,
Muhammad was alive, the Quran is.
my friend, I can show you right now. The
No,
Quran.
no. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yes. There is a verse. Yes, Prince. Yes, there is verses in the Quran talking about to fight and to kill the unbelievers. This is a truth.
But you say,
But
but
it's
you,
not working for all of the time. When there is people saying, "Okay, I can take this verse from the Holy Quran and say, okay, it's working on." Oh, what?
well, if you believe in Muhammad, that Muhammad he sent a book for all time. Did Muhammad? If there is a new book of Muslims says don't kill Christians no more. That's it. So you're stuck with it. This is the book of hate, the book of theft, the book of terrorism is the Quran, and you are a Muslim, so you have to follow it. The Quran said clearly, kill those. Not only fight. In Arabic, قاتلوا is a word mean kill, fight to kill, not just go against.
Yeah.
So fight to kill those who don't believe in Allah and the Quran and his the teaching of Islam, specifically from the Christian and the Jews. Unless they
Yeah.
pay you money. If they pay you money, don't kill them because they will be like your dogs. They make you money. They make halal food for you. You know, so you let them stay alive. In return, you just steal their food, steal their money, steal their income. I will let you alive. I will come every end of the month and take from you what you made. But I will let you just stay alive. So they let them stay alive just so they can steal and build palaces and have houses, big houses full of slave girls and marble and palaces. They built palaces in Spain. Nobody asked how the Muslim built the palaces in Spain. This is from the theft of the Spanish people. All the palaces, how those Bedouin they are building palaces, where the money is coming from? All this money is coming from the theft. Thieves. Religion of thieves.
Listen. Don't, Prince, I have a question. Can
Go
I?
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you agree with me that in the past, in the Middle Ages, maybe thousands of years ago, there was no rules? This is how is it for the
Well,
Romans, for everyone.
my friend, there is
This is the system.
no,
It
nothing,
was so bad.
nothing changed in the past.
Quran was,
Hold on.
Quran,
Hold on. Nothing changed in the past and now. Until now,
Mhm.
powerful countries they take over small countries. Powerful country they swallow their neighbors. Is depend in the ethic of the leader. If he has zero ethic, he will take the neighbors. Like now in China, they took the Tibet. Why? They want to take it, and they took many other countries. They are not part of China. They occupy them, and those small nations what they can do. Same as in Russia, many countries are occupied by the Russian. Who dare to open his mouth?
True.
Nobody. Same as the Turkish, they occupy 90% of Armenia, 60% of Greece, more than 85% of Syria.
True, true.
And who can open his mouth because the neighbors are weak, they cannot defend themselves, and they kill Kurdish every day. They consider Kurdish like rats to kill them. Everywhere the same, nothing changed. But the difference is those people they don't claim that God sent me. Like Putin, he don't claim that God told him to go and take Ukraine. They don't claim to be a prophet. Islam is different. Islam they justify their faith,
Yeah.
claiming that God is the one who that they are not they don't want to go to war, but God they say so. What I can do? I mean, God want that.
They,
So Islam is very satanic, my friend.
no,
So
those people.
there is people who they are individually
Listen,
satanic.
listen.
There is satanic leaders.
No,
There is satanic leaders, but there is satanic religion too, and Islam is a satanic religion.
yes,
So you agree with me? Islam is
friends,
Islamic.
friends, friends. Listen, when you, those people, they, they are terrorist, loser people. They are trying to use the religion to do those bad things. When you look to Saudi Arabia, it's a perfect country. It's the mother of Islam. It's Saudi. Do you see in Saudi Arabia any
Saudi
kind of
Arabia,
this stuff
Saudi
that you are
Arabia,
talking about?
my
No, because they're following the religious in the good way.
my friend, you do
Don't
not
even
know. You don't know anything about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is the land of
what?
the land of scumbags. Women she cannot walk alone in the street. Women she can be kidnapped and harassed. More than 1,300 Indonesian girls, men.
I know. Yeah, yeah.
Hold
True,
on,
true.
wait. You know, I'm not an American guy to
True,
follow
true,
him, tell me
true.
Saudi Arabia is a good country. This is the worst country in the world. Child molestation, child rape, incest,
What?
raping the maids. The
Okay,
maids are
okay.
missing. They go bring poor girls from Indonesia. They hire them as maid, and then the whole family rape the girl. When the girl she have a baby is going to come soon, they kill her. They throw her in the desert. They report her to the police. They say our maid she took our jewelries and she run. We do not know where she go. And then the police they never search for her. Why? Because she is just a poor maid from Indonesia. Who care? And in fact, the Indonesian government in certain years they stop sending
True.
any maid to Saudi Arabia because this is what they do to them. They raid them. Same they do to Filipinos. Same they do. Go to Qatar. Go to Emirates. This is the land of slavery. Nothing changed. They get richer. Yes, but it's still the same kind of people, the same kind
Yeah.
of ethic.
Truly, this is a true, I cannot say this is not a true because it is. Yeah, truly. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but how a second
I,
ago,
I am a.
Hatim, but how
Yeah.
just 2 minutes ago you told me Saudi Arabia is perfect. 2 minutes ago you told me Saudi Arabia is perfect. There are
But
no problems.
they don't say, yes, yes, they are bad. There is a lots of bad things. Like they don't say, go and fight the Western because they are
Because
kuffar, because
no,
they are
the not
unbelievers, because they are.
you don't understand because the government is a terrorist like them. The crown prince is a terrorist. Anyone who oppose him, he will be dead. The guy, he is a friend with America. He need America. So whatever the crown prince he say,
Yeah.
everybody shake his head. Before the crown prince says, no Islamic police no more. Who dare to question? Nobody. That's it. If a sheikh, he make a video on YouTube. I can play the video. He saw a dream. That's all. The guy, he was arrested, going to be executed, and he's dead now. So just for saying, he said I saw a dream, and he mentioned a dream, and that's it. Since then, the guy is gone. The guy who was opposing the crown prince in Turkey, if you remember, they brought him to the embassy. They butcher him. They cut him pieces. Correct?
Yes, true.
Okay,
Correct,
if they
correct.
do that,
Yes,
if they
indeed.
are willing to do that to someone who is abroad, what they would do to someone who is inside the country? If they butcher a guy,
Yeah,
they butcher a human being in different country.
but but yes, yes, Prince. I don't care about all these things. The thing is, the mother of Islam, Saudi Arabia, they don't have problems with America or with even Israel. Good relationships. Okay, they don't say go and hate the Israelis and hate the Christians and go and have fight with them, kill them.
They
This is
are
the truth.
they
But
hate
the other
no
people, they
no
have their
you
knowledge.
are mistaken. Still they hate America and they hate the Jews, but there is a need. Like now, the Saudi and the Emirat and the Bahrain, all the Muslims are the same. They hate the Jews, but because now they are afraid from Iran, so they are kissing
Yes, true.
they are kissing the ass of Israel to support them.
Yeah, true.
Like now, all the Arab they notice the power of Israel because the Israeli were able to go all
Yeah.
the way inside Iran and hit, and not even a single airplane of them was touched. In the same time, the Iranian they sent 500 ballistic missiles and the drone, yet not even one of them was able to hit a bathroom in Israel. So now they notice that the Israeli is not the one you can avoid their friendship because they are the only one who can teach the Iranian, the Persian, Shia, their sides and put them in their place. So let us make
So,
it clear. The friend of the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but this is all temporarily.
this is mine.
So if the Israeli
Yeah.
have a war with the Iranian and destroy the Iranian regime and replace the Iranian regime with a new regime, then the hate will go back. But
Mhm.
for now, Iran is the biggest threat for those Muslim Sunni countries. We have to agree that Muslim
Yes,
Sunni they hate Shia million times more than they hate the Jews and the Christians.
I agree.
Yeah,
True.
like now, this last 10 years, the Shia they killed at least a million Muslim Sunni in Syria. Shia
Yeah.
and Sunni they come to fight in Syria. A land is not even their land. Sunni came from Afghanistan, from Tajikistan, from China, from
Yeah.
Russia, and then the Shia the same. They come from
Yeah.
Afghanistan, from Iran, from Iraq, from everywhere. All of them they came to fight each other in Syria. So we know how much hatred they have, and we know that this is why I say
Yeah.
this is a scumbag religion. And I don't know why you say you are a Muslim. You should leave it.
Truly, I am from Syria, and what you are saying is completely true. Yes, but I am Muslim. I live in a city. We have Christians here, my neighbors. Even we have Jews. Maybe no one will believe it, but yeah, yes, we have Jews here. No problem. Peaceful.
So are you
Very
are
good to
you are
each
you
other.
are you
I don't
speaking
care about the
are you
politics.
speaking now from Syria?
How you mean I want to get out?
No, no, no. Are you now in Syria?
Yes, yes, I am in Syria.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. But I mean, okay. So you know how it is. So all Muslim countries. Okay, now we forget about the Jews. How this religion can be a religion and everybody want to kill everybody? I mean, what kind of religion this religion is? They want to kill somebody just because he is from different sect. They slaughter, they rape, they torture, they kill, they kidnap. They are, you know, they are like savage, trashy. So
True.
Syria, your
True. True.
country, was
True.
a
All what you are.
Syria, your country, when it was under the Aramaic people, this was a great civilization. Those are the first one people who make letters to
Yeah.
write with. They are the Phoenician who make ships, and
True.
they actually Europe and Africa. Two words is used from the Syrian language, which is Aramaic language. What happened now? Since the Muslim came to this land, everything
Yeah.
is burned. Everything they burn wherever they go. They are like the locusts. Wherever they go, they eat everything.
Yes. True.
In,
Complete. 100%. Yeah.
in fact, all those lands used to
Yeah.
be way more green, but because the Muslims are savage, Ibn Khaldun he said that the Muslims, in order to the Arab, he mentioned the Arab specifically, he said the Arab, in order to cook, they are willing to burn a library. So this is who they are. They come to the land. Your land was green. There's no trees no more. Iraq was
No.
a green. There's no trees no more. I mean, wherever they go,
No.
it was
No.
a
No.
green. Wherever they go, they are like the goats. They eat
Uh,
anything will grow in the top of the grass, trees, and then the result is desert. That's why those lands they are not really desert, but the Arab is a major, and the Muslims are major reason for the desert to happen.
That is true, but don't believe the social media. The situation is in Syria. It's very good. Don't believe the media. I swear.
My friend, I'm not a person. I'm the last one.
Okay,
I'm the
okay,
last one
true.
who take
All
my.
what you are
I
saying
am the
is
last.
true.
I'm the last one who take news from media. Like I know that in the media they were saying that the terrorists in Syria they are rebellion for freedom. We know that this is garbage. We know those are terrorists. They want to make an Islamic state. They want to kill the Christians. They want to kill the Alawi. They want to kill the
Yeah,
Shia. They want to slaughter anyone. They want to force women to wear hijab. They want to practice the garbage of Sharia law. So the American and many countries they
yeah,
were supporting in reality they were supporting terrorists, and those stupid Americans they think that those people they were fighting for freedom, but the fact we know who they are. If they took over the government, they will torture everybody.
yeah,
Everybody. They will do
yeah.
more horrible than the government is right now. So we know the garbage, but that will not change the fact that Islam is the reason, is the fuel for this garbage. If if there is no Muslim in this country, nobody will hate anybody. Nobody will kill. Imagine if Syria, all of it is a Christian. Do you think Syria will be heaven? What the problem with Syria? Muslims. Is it the Christians?
True.
No. When the last time you heard a Christian kidnapping somebody, slaughtering somebody, making a video of somebody? Never. So the problem,
Yes, yes, Prince. All true. Well, I have. Let me just say, we have Christians here in my city, and I think they play very good role here in my city in peaceful
my
way. They
friend,
affect on us, all
you
of us. This is,
you you don't have a
yeah,
Christian in your city. You are in their city. This is their land. This is their city.
yes, true, true, true,
Yeah,
true, true.
they are the real people of the country.
Yes.
You took the country from them, you took the land from them, and now we have Christians in our city. This is their city. You are a foreigner. You came with the Arab. You are an Arab. You are not from there. Yeah. Anyway, what we can
No, no,
say.
nothing. And we cannot. This is the history. Listen, listen. We cannot talk in this way because the history is the history, and what's gone, it's gone. We are the children of today. Okay, we're looking to the
Well,
future.
no
We don't care
problem.
about the
You
past.
cannot
Right?
fix the children of today unless you
No, no. Listen,
unless
listen,
unless you
listen, listen.
change
You are
their.
talking like them.
Listen.
Listen.
If you
You say
don't,
the Muslims do, the Muslims
as
attack.
long you believe in such a garbage religion, nothing will change. Killing will continue, kidnapping will continue, rape will continue, hatred will continue. You need to get rid of Islam. Your president, the one you is your president, he made the biggest stupid mistake. He was very friendly with the Islamists, and they grow so fast like weeds. And he thought if he allowed them to do whatever they want, they would let him go, like stay alone, like they will stay alone, like okay, he's good with us. No, those are like snakes. You let them go out, the rats will be all over the place. His father was smarter than him. So
Yeah,
the weeds,
true.
if you don't attend your garden, the weed will take over it. And Islam is a weed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I admit there is a lot of bad things, terrorism, and especially most of the people who they travel to Europe, they are not clean people, to be honest with you,
It doesn't matter
especially
where they
from
go, my
Syria.
friend. They are Muslims. Muslims, wherever they go, they are Muslims. It doesn't matter is it the location? The land is not the problem. It is the people, like the way they think, the way they believe. So wherever they go, they take their hatred with them and their stupidity. They go to Europe, they beg for refugee, they give them asylum, they give them free food, they give them free apartment, and then after all of that, and free school for the children, free health insurance, and after that, they are kuffar, disgusting kuffar, brother. They are kuffar, and you know that like you are coming from
True.
a country, they are so
Yeah,
proud, they are so proud about themselves, but they are the scumbag of the earth. I mean, they are the most, they are cheaters, liars. You go to any grocery store in the Middle
true.
East, they don't even you buy tomato, you go home, you find half of it have to go in the garbage. So they claim they are proud about themselves, but they are the most trashy people. Your neighbor He will put a ladder so he can see the neighbors, what the wife she is doing if she is wearing something short. Uh, if somebody come to your house, everybody is watching who came to your house and who left from your house. Everybody's watching everybody. Everybody's come back. Everybody's gossiping about everybody. The judge is corrupt. The
True.
police is corrupt. The army is corrupt. The whole country is corrupt. It doesn't matter what country. All of them are the same. Yet they claim that the West is garbage and those are kuffar.
Yes. True. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, Prince, I don't think the problem is with the Arabs. Believe me, it's not because
My friend,
the
I can
religion.
prove
You
to
can
you that the
say, or
problem
because
is
of
not
Islam.
the Arab. The
Okay,
problem is
it's
Islam.
because
You will
of it.
find the same garbage. Iran is not Arab. Pakistan is not Arab. Indonesia are not Arab. Even Muslims in China are the worst Muslims in the world. They are the most
Yeah.
criminals, aggressive. Even those Chinese, they came all the way to Syria, and they are the one who they made the most horrible crimes. They cut the head of babies. They rape babies. Those Chinese Muslims. So they are disgusting. It doesn't matter which country. Islam is the problem. It's not about the Arab. Actually, I say to you that the Arab is the nicest between the Muslims. They are compared to the garbage of the rest. So I can say the Arab are like, they are
Yes. Yeah.
very friendly compare, like, you in the Middle East, women don't even wear hijab. You go to Indonesia, they are wearing the hijab. You go to Philippines, they are wearing burqa. You see nothing. In the hot weather, they are more terrorists than the Arab.
Yeah.
You go to Dubai, women, they are wearing short skirt. You go to Indonesia, women wearing the sheet of the bed and top sheet and the top of it. So they don't even know how to read their book. They don't know how to say their prophet name correctly. They don't know how to pray to Allah because they have to
Yes.
pray in different language. But yet they are the most aggressive and stupid people, and they are very.
Yeah.
Who want to live in Afghanistan? Nobody. Who want to live in Pakistan? Nobody. Who want to live in Iran? Nobody. I mean, this is wherever they go. This is not Arab country. Wherever Muslims go, even in
Yeah.
America, even etc., always they go to a place, they screw it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Truly, yes. All what you are saying is completely true, and I cannot say it's not because I am a man who is using his brain. So I will not be ego and say no, it's not true. It's completely true. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have to deal with it. What we can do. Anyway, so why you don't leave Islam, my
Yes. Keep
friend?
talking, but trying to be positive, more positive.
No, I am very positive.
What?
Here I am destroying Islam. A lot of Muslims leave Islam, my friend. A lot of Muslims here leave
No,
Islam.
no. Listen, I think the Christianity, the Christ is strong. The Christ is strong because of the peaceful way of the Christ. So if there is someone trying to make the Christianity like kind of violence, the destruction of the earth, it's coming. This is the reality after some years.
Well, here we are.
So the
Here we
Christianity, it's the Christianity, and you see a Bishop maybe today.
no
I
problem.
think you saw the video of Bishop today. You
Who
are
who? Oh, the
when he
bishop.
was injured because of the guy. You saw him. What
Yeah,
he
yeah,
said,
yeah,
Bishop.
the bishop.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What Islam, as
He
he said.
says, okay, no problem. I forgive this person. No, yeah.
Yeah, but we
I
forgive,
hope.
we forgive, no problem. But God will punish those people. In the same time, uh, forgiveness have a limit, and patient have a limit. And we Christians, we are standing against the garbage of Muhammad,
Yeah.
and we don't want to have war with people, but we have the right to protect ourselves, and that doesn't matter how it's going to be. We have to do what we need to do. At the same time, we are here to demolish Islam and to expose it, and to invite someone like you to leave Islam so you can be saved from the garbage of Muhammad.
Truly, I told you, I am a person who believes in God and believe in peace. I don't care. I don't care about all the bad things in the world. You
No,
understand me? I am
no.
a positive man. I don't care about them. If I'm ready to fight them, if I here in my city, if there is a kind of those people terrorism when they are holding weapons trying to kill everyone, I will fight them. I don't care. Don't care about this those
Yeah,
guys.
because you don't want to live, under
But
Islam
I have
attitude.
maybe
Do your wife wear burqa? I'm sure
no,
not.
no, I don't care about it.
Yeah. Well, this is why you
What?
wanna this is why you wanna
What?
fight them, because simply you don't want to live under the garbage of Muhammad, where somebody want to tell you what to wear, what not to wear, what to eat, what not to eat. Somebody want to force you to grow your
No,
beard.
no. The garbage of no, no. Listen, that's the garbage of the Arabs people who they don't understand the message of God in very correct, clear way.
What the message of God? The message of God, he says, go and have
Those
sex with the
people. Yeah.
children.
True.
My friend, your prophet, he have sex with Aisha at the age of 6. He's a pervert. That is the message of
No.
God.
Um,
Yes, yes. So
I-
if God, he gave you a message, is it going to be to go and have sex with the children? What kind
go
of God
go
is
on
that?
my friend. No, 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 no. Listen, in the old, I will not defend. Yes, today, if someone gets married from a little girl, of course, it's a crime. It's big crime. It cannot be impossible. But in the Middle Ages, everything was like,
No, no, no,
in the
no, my friend.
Rome, civil,
No,
or
no,
in
yeah,
any
no.
country in the
They
old times,
they
it's
marry
normal.
they marry to kids Shia and Sunni until now in Iran,
What?
in Yemen, in Saudi Arabia, in Emirat, in Bahrain, everywhere they marry kids and they have sex
Truly,
with kids. Yes, nothing changed.
yes.
Nothing changed. And Islam again is the problem.
Truly, yes, true. Yeah,
So why
that does happen.
why you
Yes,
don't leave Islam?
the Arabic way. Yeah.
So why you don't leave Islam, my friend?
Well, I am a person. I believe in God and I believe in peace. I don't care about the names, like even of Islam, Christianity, Jewish, Buddhist, all this stuff. I am a person who believes in God and believes in peace, just like this.
Well, well, I'm happy that you believe in peace, but sadly, your prophet is a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I cannot deny that. I'm a person who say things as it is. Yeah, I say things as it is. I don't sugarcoat. I don't care if I offend people or not. I say it as it is. Uh, you can be a nice person, you can be a good person, but that will not make Islam good religion. Islam is very evil, very ugly.
And yeah, 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 and or yes, yes, because what the Christians see today, what they are seeing from all the bad things, yes, they have the right to say whatever they want to say, no problem. But my message is this is not because of the real message of Islam to believe in God. This is because
Okay,
of the savage
okay, hold on.
Arabists who they don't
Hatim,
understand anything about.
you keep repeating this. Isn't your prophet in the Quran? He's a thief. Even the Muslim accuse him to be
What?
a thief. Isn't it your prophet, the Muslim, they were fighting with him in the Quran that he stole an underwear? What do you mean that this is not the message of Islam? Okay, are you allowed to like your neighbors who they are Christians, to have them as a friends? Are you there?
Yes,
No, you are
yeah,
not. You are not.
yes,
In the Quran, chapter 5, verse 51 says, take
yes,
not.
completely. I'm not
No,
acting. No,
no.
no, I am not acting. No, I'm not acting.
What? You keep saying
I
to
am
me,
not acting. Yes,
okay, so
there is no problem.
you keep,
I told you there is 2 streets away from me, like 4 churches. No, no problem.
my friend, I'm not
Yeah,
talking about you. I'm talking according to Islam. The Quran says, you keep saying to me the message of the Prophet is not the message of the Prophet. Here we go. Your prophet, he says, take not Christians and Jews as a
yes,
friends.
and the
Okay, so take not Christian and Jews as a friends. So
yes,
how you follow Muhammad, but you have a Christian friends?
No. The Quran tells about to be good with Ahl al-Kitab, the
No,
people who they are following
no,
the books of God, like
no,
Bible,
no,
books.
no,
We good with
no,
them. Tell
no.
them
You,
this is
you
reality.
force
Yeah.
them, you force
What?
them, you force them to pay jizya, and you have to disrespect them. And chapter 9, verse 29 is the proof. You have وعن يد وهم صاغرون, and you speak Arabic. عن يد وهم صاغرون, which mean أذلاء مصغرون مستصغرون,
Uh, that's true.
with humility. So stop saying that Islam have nothing to do with this. Your prophet is the problem. He is the biggest rat, and we are here to get rid of it.
Not true. Truly, yes, the Islam not allowing for the Christians to rule the thing. If you understand what I mean. Yes, true. They don't have the right to. This isn't Islam. Yes, a true 100%.
Okay, so Islam is
They
a
are our
garbage.
friends. Or
So you should leave Islam, my friend.
what?
You should leave Islam then. Why you stay as a
I don't
Muslim?
care about the bad thing. I just believe in God. You can say I am not even a Muslim. I am a person who believes in God.
Okay,
I
now
don't.
now I believe you more. So you are a person who believe in God, but you don't want to follow. You don't want to make Muhammad as an example for you because obviously you believe he's evil. I agree with you.
But friends, if you look to the Bible, maybe the Old Testament, there is a verses talking, kind of the stuff of
No,
Quran,
even
the
no,
bad
no.
thing.
You see, the Bible is not talking about you go and do that just because to take their money. No, in fact, the Bible says if you find the cow, if your enemy, you have to give it them back. Give it them back. The Bible, the Old Testament teach eye for an eye. So when the enemy attacked the Jews and the enemy kidnapped their women and take their land and take their money and torture them, the Jews they respond by
But,
what they deserve. As we say, the law of Moses, eye
but
for an eye.
friends, it's same as Quran. The
No,
Quran, there is
no,
no
no.
order
You're a
Quran to go and
prophet.
kill
You're a,
children.
you're a prophet. The Roman never attacked him. He says,
I don't
attack
care about the hadith.
attack the
No, no,
Roman,
no. Don't tell me.
attack
Hadith,
the
I don't believe in
attack the Roman and get the blondie girls, your prophet said. He did not say attack the Roman because they're attacking us. Attack the Roman so you can get the blondie
no,
girls. That is the reason.
listen, friends. Truly I don't believe in hadith. I just believe in Quran, and I can
I
tell
am
you
not showing you. I'm
100%
I'm not.
there is.
I'm not showing you hadith. I'm showing you Quran. Here we go. Chapter 9, verse 29. Say clearly the reason to kill the Christian and the Jews just because they don't believe, not because they are attacking them. They don't believe. And in fact, the real reason is not really the belief. The real reason is
It was
money.
talking.
If you read the verse,
It's talking about
if you
home.
about what? Talking about what?
Up in the old era. In the old era when they were
Who care
fighting
old
and wars
era,
and
my
all this
friend? What
stuff.
old era? Muhammad is a thief. In chapter 9, verse 28, as long as you believe in the Quran, it says, because now he occupied the land of Mecca, he don't want he's the one who don't accept him as a prophet to be there. The Muslim, they have a problem. The one who work, the one who make money, the one who do farming is the non-Muslims. So how we will make living now? So Muhammad, he said to them, if you are afraid, if you fear poverty, and you can read Arabic, right? وَإِنْ خُفْتُمْ عِيلًا
Yeah.
فَسَوْفَ يُغْنِيكُمُ اللَّهُ. So if you're afraid to be poor, don't worry. Allah will make you rich. How? Attack the Christians and get their money right away. Steal their money. Thief.
Middle Ages wars.
Are you afraid to be rich?
Friends, and all.
Are you afraid to be poor? Okay, don't worry. Allah, He just command me to attack the Christians and the Jews and take their money.
I admit this. The Arabs are stupid, and the only Quran even says about them. Yeah, true.
All right.
True.
Well, nice to have you, Hatim. We hope soon you will leave Islam and join Christianity because Islam is garbage, as you agree with me. I mean, already you left Islam.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, I believe already you are of Islam, but I hope soon you will become a Christian so you can have a better life, my friend.
Thank you so much, Prince, and I hope maybe I will be talking to you another time, maybe. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much. Take care. All right. Do we have any other Muslim who would like to join us? Any other Muslim who agree Muhammad is a rat? The first Muslim for today, he agree Muhammad is a rat. No, he cannot deny it because everything I'm saying is true. He lived there. Those countries. He knew what. The only liars. This guy he have decency, so he cannot deny. If his country is all just Syrian, his country will be heaven. Literally will be heaven. His country is used to be full of trees, used to be full of green. They used to have deer. You have to have lions. They have to use all kinds of animals. Even cats are gone. They kill anything is moving. Even little tiny birds, sparrows, even sparrows. Can you believe it? Those people, they kill even sparrows. This is how savage they are. Who in the world want to kill a sparrow? What is going to feed you? I mean, you need to kill like 1,000 sparrows to make a meal. This is why their land become desert. No rain. You see, because the more trees you cut, the more your land become a desert, and the more you have dust and sand only, and the less rain come to you, because trees make rain and attract humidity. And trees can preserve the rain. Like now, the rain come in the desert, the rain go like in like a flush, the earth is not able to swallow it. Because there's no vegetation, there's nothing to stop it, there's nothing to suck it, there's nothing to preserve it. Iraq used to be heaven. Iraq today, this is not the real Iraq. Go now, see what happened. They used to have millions of trees. Wherever they go, disaster goes with them. In Egypt, imagine if Egypt is just the Christians. What happened to Egypt? This is one of the biggest civilizations in the world. They destroy it. In fact, the Muslim Brotherhood, thank God when the Muslim came to Egypt at that time, there's no TNT. Otherwise, they will destroy all those magnificent buildings the Egyptian did build. Savage. The same as Taliban did for the statues of Buddhas in Afghanistan. Statues exist there for more than 2,000 years. You see, this guy was saying the Arab, according to Muslims, they used to live in Mecca, and there's a 360 gods in Mecca, small tiny village, and nobody killing anybody. They say to you that the Arab, they were not tolerant. That's a big fat lie. It was Muhammad who don't accept anyone except him. Either you believe in me or you die. The Arab, the Muslim themselves, they will say to you, there's a lot of statues of false gods around the Kaaba, many gods, many religions. See how tolerant they are. Islam came, the Arab became terrorist. What about the rule of the West, aggression in the name of liberty? Well, all the aggression of the West happened against Christians. You will notice that always the West, they play an evil role supporting Muslim terrorists against Christians. As an example, the liberal Bill Clinton, he support the terrorist of Bosnia against the Serbian. The liberals of America, Obama, he support the terrorists against the Syrian. The liberal in Europe is doing the same. They support even terrorists inside Europe against the Christians. In America right now, the FBI are watching all Catholic churches because they are against abortion and they don't like homosexuality. They consider every Catholic church a terrorist church. Can you believe it? But they don't say a word about what the Muslims saying in the street. They support Hamas. Look, go in the street. They are supporting Hamas and they don't say anything. Biden, he is silence. And who is the terrorist? Liberals, they are in bed together with the garbage of Muhammad because both are satanic. Both of them are satanic. Do we have any Muhammadan would like to say anything? You can put the Quran in your head if you want, because that will make Allah hear your prayer, so you can refute me. I mean, it is very easy. I found an umbrella, by the way. The only stupid religion who they believe that if they put the book in the top of their head, God can listen to them. My friend, you put the book in the top of your head, in the top of your ass, you sit on it, Allah, your God, is not exist. And you are an idiot. And Abdul, when I put his Quran in his head, so may Allah receive his prayer from him, and he can refute me. Put the Quran in your head, open the camera, and refute me. Before you open the camera, say, oh Allah, make me refute this Christian prince. Destroy him. It's going to happen. You like it or not, it's going to happen. Just do it. Any Muhammadan? A guy is admin in the chat in Discord. This guy, his name in Arabic, just block him. He keep insulting and saying garbage stuff. You know what? I will block him. Hold on. If you have the courage to say something, come to me in the stage, you potato. But potato, what you expect? And potato here, we fry them. We dip them in the oil. They have no shape, but we will shape them. Any Muhammadan? Only Muhammadan put your hand up. If you are not a Muhammadan, don't put your hand up. Anyone? And you know my advice, put 2 Quran in your head before you talk to me. Maybe that will make better reception to Allah. Isn't it Allah, he comes every day to the third part of the night, to the lowest heaven so he can hear you? So is that why you are putting the Quran on top of your head to make an antenna? Do you think that will make a better reception? Put 12 Quran. So the 12 Imams will answer you. Not only Allah. In fact, those Shia, by the way, they are praying to the 12 Imams. You believe it? Madness. I have my cousin. He bought 13 TVs. You know those Middle Eastern, they have 13 series in TV. So he wanted to watch them. Dean, are you a Muslim?
Mm-hmm.
What I mean, are you a Muslim? Yes or no?
Yep, yep, I am a Muslim, yeah.
All right. What
So,
Islam? What Islam is about? What Islam is about?
no. I came to ask you.
What
You're
Islam is
showing
about?
the people in here. Hold up, you're showing the people what the Shia are doing, but we don't consider them as Muslims. So, what's
So,
the issue in here?
so why, when we ask you how many Sunni or how many Muslim in the world, you count the Shia, you count the Ahmadiyya, you count everybody. The second we say, okay, Shia, here we go. So now we take more than 800 million Muslims and we dump them in the side. They aren't Muslims, correct?
In my last discussion, I have been talking about this, that there are a bad Shias and there are good ones that you can, like you can consider them as Sunnah. So the bad
No,
ones are the Rafida that you are just showing right now, the
but a
ones who
second
are
ago,
believing.
you said the Shia about Shia. Those are the Shia. What do you mean? What I can do? The Shia, the Ithnay Ashariya,
Look,
they are the majority.
my dad,
Those are the
look,
majority. Those are the
my
majority
father,
of Shia. Uh-huh.
he's a Shia, but he's not a Rafida. You know what's a Rafida like?
What do you know? I don't know what Rafa tell me.
Okay, Rafida is a sect of Shia.
Uh-huh.
The sect of Shia that believes all this kind of nonsense.
Uh-huh.
So, my father is a Shia, but he's not a Rafida. My mom is a Sunni.
So your dad, okay, do your dad, when you say he's a Shia, the Shia believe that Muhammad and his family, they are not a human. They are from the light of Allah. They used to be in his forehead.
Nope. No, not even me, nor my mom, nor my dad.
I'm
Nobody
not
believes
talking
in
about
that.
you. Are you a Shia or Sunni now?
I'm just a Muslim. I don't belong to sects.
Okay, let me talk to your dad then, because you will see he believe in that. Because you cannot be Shia if you don't believe in that.
Yep, I know.
Okay, so you're saying to me he don't believe in that. He's a Shia. Either he's a Shia or he's not. If he's a Shia, he believes that Muhammad and his
He is a
family
Shia, but
are light. He cannot be
there
Shia
is a
then. So he's not a
misunderstanding
Shia.
this.
So he is not a Shia. Don't call him Shia. He is something else.
No, he's a Shia. His whole family is Shias. But
Okay.
look, the thing
So
is,
do he
my dad is
believe?
a bit
So
different.
do he believe in by the Imam al-Masum, the perfect Imam?
About Imam Masum, I don't know about that. I haven't talked about this.
So what do you know about?
But
Okay, so this is what Shia believe. If you do not know that, this means you do not know anything about your
I'm
dad.
I'm talking about my father. Talking
I
about my
know.
father,
Well, if
about
you don't
the
know if your
Imams.
dad, my friend, it's like saying to the Christian person that somebody claiming to be Christian, but you do not know the prayer, Our Father art of heaven. So you cannot be, your father is a Shia. You do not know if he believe in the Imam, the Masum, the perfect Imam, and the 12 Imam. And okay, do your father believe the Quran is corrupt or not?
Nope.
He don't believe the Quran is corrupt?
No, he doesn't.
He is not a Shia.
And
He's not
he's
a
a
Shia.
Shia.
He is not. Okay,
He is a Shia.
let me talk to
He
him.
is a Shia so much.
Okay, let me talk to
Look,
him.
let's go back from the beginning. So
Can
what's the main
can I
issue
talk?
in here?
Do you mind if I talk to your dad for 5 minutes?
He's asleep. It's 4 a.m. in here.
Okay. Maybe next time. Okay, let us go to you now. You said you are a Muslim and you believe in Allah. Who is Allah?
He's the creator of all. He is one, not three, not two, just one.
How many
And
creators? When you say the creators, how many creators there is in Islam?
well, I said not two, not three, because I'm referring to Christianity because they believe in Trinity. So in Islam, there is no such thing. It's only one God
No,
and
you
his
see,
messengers. But his messengers.
in Christianity, there's only one creator. I'm asking you, in Islam, how many creators there is?
Now, you can't say there was one in Christianity because I've seen a lot of Christians. They don't believe in this. All right, so let's go back to the main point. You said in Islam,
the Trinity is to believe in one God. We don't believe in three gods. Trinity is one God.
look,
So we have one.
What is the topic in here?
So I'm asking you, you said to me that in Islam we believe in one creator. So I'm asking you, do you really in Islam believe in one creator? I thought in Muslim believe in many creators.
And how so?
Huh?
How so?
So are you sure there's only one creator?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
because last time I checked, I do worship one creator.
It's not about you who check. I mean, is that a battery would check if it's have a juice or not? I mean,
I
this
mean,
is
I'm a Muslim. I'm not a Christian, you know.
yeah, but most of you do not know your religion. Here we go. So why the Quran says Allah is the best of the creators? If last time you check, you know,
Yeah.
you did not notice that Allah is the best of the creators, and there's many creators in the Quran.
Show me.
Chapter
Where is it?
23.
Where is the verse?
Chapter
ثم
23,
خلقنا
verse number
علقة
14.
فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا
Uh-huh.
الله أحسن الخالقين. I had actually the same argument, I guess, before yesterday with someone who was like saying the best of planners, the best of deceivers, and I have been saying since the beginning that it's just kind of an example because in Arabic, and it's like different from English, huh? Because when he say he is أحسن الخالقين, doesn't mean there are a lot of creators. He is just one. It's only like a language barrier, and if you study the language, you would understand what is he talking about in the Quran. So, yeah, that's it.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
So are you saying to me Allah is making a false argument by using a language?
No, not a
And,
false
okay,
argument.
do he mean it or he don't mean it? Do he mean that he is the best of the creators or he don't mean it?
Hold up, I thought like since the beginning when you want to like say if I worship or like in my religion there are multiple gods, you should show me there is a verse saying that there are
Don't change,
multiple gods,
don't change
not
topic,
coming with a verse that
don't
says
change topic,
Allah.
my friend, don't change topic, don't change topic. So when Allah he says he is the best of the creators, do he mean it or he don't mean it?
He does mean it, but you don't get it,
What?
do you? Do you get it?
Well, I get
Do you
it.
get what he
If I
means
say
by it?
if I say I am the best of the student, that means there's many students and I am the best between them. I cannot say I'm the best of the student if I am the only student because this is will be false statement. So did your
Have
God
you
make
searched about the explanation?
what? Who care about explanation? It says they're a creator, so I can explain it as you wish. You see, Muslims, every one of them,
You are
there's million explanation for the Quran. Which one you agree with?
you're literally reading in English. Just search about the Arabic one, and you would find out.
Are you taking
Because
advantage of me because I don't know Arabic?
Look, with all due respect, every argument I had in this server, they were like all about the language, because they don't understand how many meanings there are in Arabic. So we get to this argument.
So because
again,
because we do not know Arabic and now you are taking advantage of our weakness. Is that right?
no. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying even if you translate a word in English, it's not gonna be 100% the same meaning in Arabic. And you can actually search
So
about that. You can find out.
are you saying your God he forced all the Muslims to speak one language, yet those Muslims cannot understand the Quran because a translation is always bad?
I think you're twisting my words in here.
This is what you said. If you
You're
translate
twisting.
a word, you cannot get the meaning. Thank you very much. So now, what Allah meant by saying He is the best of the creators, is He the best of the creators or He is the only creator?
Well, I haven't, studied this verse to be specific, so I can't answer about that. And I can say in the same time, He is only one. But in this verse, He did not say creators as
He
like
is only one what?
one creator,
So he is
one God.
so why? Okay, if he is the that means this statement is false. If I say to you, I am the best of a human, and there's no human beside me, I'm lying then.
Come again?
If I say to you, I am the best of the human, and then I'm living in this planet, and then in this planet there's but there's zero human except me. That means I'm giving myself false certificate, the best, because
you missed the point.
Tell me the point,
But you missed the
my
point.
friend. Tell me the point. I'm asking about the point.
The point is when you say something, there are a lot of people they're gonna take your words on their own explanation in their head, But when I say something, I have my own meanings that you don't even know about. You only made this argument in your head, and you're like saying, "Oh, Allah did that, and Allah said that," but you don't even know the explanation of it or like what Allah meant by it. So your argument is a bit false.
That's a great conclusion. So are you saying to me, Allah, He gave me a verse, and this verse
Yeah.
confused me, and now make me believe there's many gods because
No.
Allah is
That's
so
why
smart?
that no. Sorry. That's why we, as Muslims, in the Quran, actually, it's a general Arabic. It's not like an accent, like an, let's say, an Iraqi accent, and like other countries' accent. So back in the day, they don't used to like search what does this mean and others, they know the language and every meaning of it. So in this like modern age, you have to search about the explanation of it and what the scholars have said about it. So you should do the same.
As I know, you keep saying explanation. So when you open the
Yes.
explanation for this verse, what you receive? What you receive?
We have been, like 5 minutes ago we were talking about Sunnah and Shia. The Sunnah, like they believe there is only one explanation of a verse. But the Shia, you know what they believe? They believe there are two. The one is hidden, and the one is like you can see it. So you can go to the Sunnah and see there is only one explanation if you searched about it. And like I said before, I did not search about this verse to be specific, so I can't give you a good answer for it. Because no, every human knows everything. I'm here to share knowledge, same as you.
All right. So the Shia, they believe that there is inside meaning and outside meaning. So
And yep.
which one of them you take?
None, because like, with all due respect, because the Rafida and the Shia, they are like a bit stupid, because they make their own thing. But in the Sunnah, it's only one meaning, not hidden and not hidden and all of that, but it's just one meaning. So, you know,
Hmm. All right.
there is no hidden or like inside or anything, just one meanings.
Mm-hmm. All right. I don't know, as I know that the Quran teach that there is inner too. I mean, the Shia, when they believe
You
that
know.
there is inside meaning and outside
Mm-hmm.
meaning,
Mm-hmm.
there is many verses in the Quran speak of that. Is that correct?
Do you even know why do they say that? There is like
Why?
a hidden meaning, or like just any of that. Do you know why?
Why?
Because their love to the Imam Ali and all of the Imams, their love is so big that they actually start to like to say the Quran is corrupted, and there are like hidden meanings in it, and like they start to give verses to any one they love, and such that.
Hmm. Okay.
So if you want to like.
I will go with
Mhm,
you. I will go with you. Uh,
mhm.
but as I know that this is a Muslim Sunni belief too. It's not only Shia because
the
simply
mhm.
your prophet said, as I remember, that the Quran have
Mhm.
inner and outside too, and this is hadith of the
No,
Shia.
no. If you think about it, just like in the Bible, if you read the Bible and you
Uh-huh.
find a verse, there is no hidden meaning that you have to search the whole universe for it. No, you can find the meaning. Either you have understand your own language, or you have to get an explanation for the verse you're looking for. But the Shia, I'm like, it's my advice for you that
Uh-huh.
don't ever take anything from the Shia, especially the Rifle. They are
Okay.
like a good Shia,
All right.
but the Muslim are Rifle.
I decided to take something from the Sunni only, as you advise me right now. And this is
Yeah.
a hadith. I don't know how to read it. You can
Uh-huh.
read it for us. Somebody sent it to me because I didn't know really much about Islam. It says here,
Mm-hmm.
according to the person, that
Mm-hmm.
your prophet taught the Muslims
Mm-hmm.
that Allah
Mm-hmm.
sent the Quran in 7 letters
Mm-hmm.
and have inner meaning and outside meaning. Does it say that in Arabic?
Okay. About the hadith. Okay, before I came up to any hadith, let me
But
say this.
first, is he right? It says that or it's false?
Hold up, let me read. أنزل القرآن على 7 أحرف لكل آية منها ظاهر وباطن ونهى أن يستلقى رجل أحسبه وقال في مجد يضع أحد رجليه على الآخر. It says that the Quran, when it's revealed, there are 7 letters. Each one is hidden, and something about a guy in the mosque putting his leg on the other. I don't know what is it saying, like, to be specific, but anyway, what's your point?
Well, I thought this is only Shia, but it turned to be this is Sunni. So
No.
this
I
is your
was
prophet
gonna
speaking.
say
Your prophet is
no.
speaking about the Quran have 2 meaning: inner meaning, outside meaning, and inside meaning.
Okay. I was gonna say about the hadiths. It's a whole different conversation because if you
So there is
no.
there is 2 religion. There's one in the hadith and there's one in the chat rooms.
Nope. If you give me 1 minute, I'm gonna clarify this for you.
Okay.
So if you give me any verse from the Quran, I can give you an explanation. But if you give me a hadith, it has to be a reliable source. Like I had this discussion before, because most of the hadiths are like a lie, because it's easy to manipulate a book.
Okay, isn't it here? It says that this is a good hadith in Arabic.
I don't know.
Read it.
I have.
If I use Google Translation, I use Google Translation here. It says this is trustworthy. Trustworthy.
Yeah, I can. Okay. Let's imagine I grab a book. I write the hadith and I write, oh, look, it's a trustworthy source and it's reliable and all of that. Would you trust it?
Okay.
Would you?
I mean, this is your book. You are the one who said that,
it's not my book. It's not my book.
We should see. You're Sunni, Muslim Sunni. This is your trustworthy book.
No, it's not my book. Even in these books, there are lies, because I have actually a hadith. The Prophet, peace be upon him, he was talking about the people. There will be a people who will lie in some hadiths, and they will say, oh, it's from the Prophet. So most of these hadiths, you can't actually rely on it, because most of them are lies, and most are trustworthy. But the only thing that I can't tell you that it's a lie, or it's like something that man changed, it's only in the Quran.
Okay. All right. So I will go with you then, as long this is what you are. Thank you for explanation. I'm learning from you. So let's go to the Quran then. So you are saying to me we learn from the Quran. That means we do not even need the hadith, because
No. We only bring the Quran. We only, like, first of all, we go back to the Quran. We learn it. We learn everything in it, and then we go to the hadith. We find the most trustworthy hadith. We find the most reliable hadith, and then we go by it, because the hadiths are important to complete the Quran, or like the religion. But as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of hadiths that are lies, man-made.
All right. So I want to go with you. I'm trying to understand really what you are saying. When somebody says that the Quran have 70 meaning.
Well, in which hadith or like verse that said that?
Well, this is from the books of your father. Your father is Shia, right? Your father is Shia?
Yeah, my dad is a Shia.
Yeah, that's a Shia. It says that the Quran have 70 meaning. Let me, here you go. I will show you.
Maybe I did not.
I can use Google Translation, and here it says, I don't know. They can find it for me, because I don't know what it says there. I have to use the translation.
Let me see. Well, can you go up? Let me see what's the topic. أنزل على 7 أحرف، واحد لكل آية من ظهر وباطن، تفسير الفيض الكاشاني. I'm not gonna read all of it, just trying to find the topic. What is it talking about, the topic on top?
About, that the Quran have many meaning, inside and outside.
And who is the Imam?
Yeah.
Oh, it says that Imam Ali
Uh-huh.
salam,
Uh-huh.
he said there are like 7 meanings in the Quran, but
Uh-huh.
it's a hadith.
All right. So that's not accepted then by you?
Well, my belief is there is no inside or like a lot of meanings for the Quran, so I don't go with it.
Okay. All right. Let us go then to something you accept. Which book you accept from the Hadith books?
I accept whatever in the book, it's if it is reliable or not.
What do you mean? Like, is it up to you, or it's there's a?
No. In the book, you can even search about it. I'm not gonna like pick anything. You can search about it.
What do you mean from the book? Which book? What do you mean?
Like any book, you can pick the book, but like in the book, if there is a reliable hadith or a non-reliable hadith.
All right. So if the scholars they say this is authentic Hadith, you accept it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's good. So okay, it is. Then I will ask you then a very simple question. When you're,
Yes.
I heard that your prophet he went to heaven, correct?
To heaven, you mean Prophet Muhammad?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I don't know. Actually, I don't remember this.
You don't remember that Prophet Muhammad went to heaven?
Nope. I remember that he had a journey that went to the seventh sky. You know,
Well,
it's called in Arabic different, but
okay.
it's not. It's not.
So it was that a heaven or this was like a
In Arabic, it's like how can I explain it? Um,
where in Arabic, where in the Quran it says Muhammad he went to seven heavens?
hold up, hold up. Not heavens. Hold up. Let me search about it.
Uh, do you need my help?
Hold up. Seventh sky, samawat. Heavens, yep, it's heavens, but not like the paradise. So I did not know that heavens means sky as well, but heavens as not paradise.
All right. Okay, I see. I was confused. So,
Yep.
you know, I don't know which country you're from, but maybe you're an Iraqi. Are you?
I am.
Okay. So there's a river there, go through Iraq. It's called Euphrates, correct?
What is it?
Euphrates.
What's that?
What is the famous rivers in Iraq? Tell me the name so I can.
The river?
Rivers, yeah.
شط العرب and نهر دجلة والفرات.
Oh, that's one. That's one. The last one you said. Okay. This one is exist in Iraq or exist in the seven heaven?
It's in Iraq. What kind of question is that?
I don't know. It's crazy. I know. But your prophet, he found it in the seven heaven.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Somebody just gave me this hadith. Let me show it with you. Here we go. Read it. This is the river you gave me the name in Arabic. I don't know how to say it. It says here, your prophet, he found the Nile River and the Euphrates in the heaven.
Yeah. Can you show me the Arabic one?
Okay, sure.
Yes, it says the same others. So what's the issue in here?
A second ago, you were laughing at it. Now, what the issue?
Huh?
A second ago, you were laughing. You say to me, are you serious?
Laughing?
Yeah, you were saying, what are you talking about? I said that I
Yep,
said to you
I was
this
confused. I
river.
was confused
No,
about
I
it.
said to you the river. Your prophet he found the river in heaven. You said what? You know. So
No,
now
no,
if
no, no,
it.
no.
So okay. So
I
how
was
the
confused.
river in your town it turned to be is in the
Yeah,
seventh heaven.
yeah, but still, I don't get what's the issue.
What do you mean with the issue? The river in your town, and the Nile River, which
Yeah.
is coming from Ethiopia, how it turned to be Muhammad he found it in heaven, and those all the rivers, those by the way, three of them
Hmm.
is in your area. One of them is in Africa. How those rivers?
Even though, even though I did not hear such a hadith before, maybe it's reliable or not. But haven't you like? Didn't you think twice before you say this? Maybe that the names of these rivers are the same in the heavens.
Oh,
Because even
okay.
though I have not heard about this before,
Well, no,
but
but look what
I don't
he
get
did not
what's the main
say.
issue in
He
here.
did not say their names.
Yeah.
He said they were the Nile and the Euphrates.
No,
The
no.
Euphrates. He didn't
Yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. Now الفرات ونحو دجلة. I don't get what's the main issue in here. So
He
what?
he did not say their names only. He said they are the Niles, which we know, the Euphrates, which we
Yes.
knew, Sihan and
Well,
Jihan, etc., which we knew. So Muhammad, he claimed that he went to seven heaven, but in fact he went to Iraq.
well, on your argument, I like the prophet can say, "Oh, there are stones in heaven," but are there stones in Iraq?
My friend, those are very well-known rivers. It's not about a stone. Stones,
Yeah,
every
but still,
stones,
like it's the same
stones.
argument. I
How
don't
how
get the issue.
many
Even
how many Nile river there is in the world? One.
in the world, not the
Yes,
heavens, huh?
in the world, the whole world. How many? One.
And what about maybe
How many
what
Euphrates?
about the heavens?
One. And this
According to the hadith,
uh-huh,
according to the hadith, you
uh-huh.
said there are like the same rivers in heaven. So
No,
you said
no,
in the
no, no,
world,
no. He
yeah, I
did
can
not
agree
say.
with that.
He said, I,
Yeah.
I found there the Nile, not a river called Nile, the Nile, which means we're talking to us about what we know, the
Yeah, but
Euphrates. So he confirmed what rivers is talking. So your prophet claim that those rivers coming all the way from that place coming to the earth.
maybe Allah created the same ones in heavens. I don't get it. What's the issue in here?
Oh, no, I don't know what the issue. Okay, I will go with you.
No, no.
Okay, I will go with you. Here it says that your God, he have a loot tree. What is that?
A loot tree.
Uh-huh.
A tree of what? Can you show me the Arabic one? Loot tree. Loot tree. Where is it? I don't see a loot tree in Arabic. Maybe I'm a bit
What it
confused.
says? What it says?
It says, I have been raised to the Sidra, and there are four rivers, the Tahan and the Batanan, and the Nil and the Furat,
Uh-huh.
and the Batanan, the rivers in the heavens. And
Uh-huh.
I have been brought with three cups, uh, one with yogurt, and one with honey, and one with alcohol. And the one I took is the yogurt, and then they told me you become فطرة into أمتك. I don't know what's فطرة, but still I don't see the loot tree. Maybe I'm a bit confused.
Okay. Well, as I learned that
What is the loot tree?
it's a tree Allah he have in
Yeah.
heaven where those rivers come in from underneath of it. It's a big tree.
Uh-huh.
You never heard of it before?
Well, I never heard such a tree, and it's not saying anything in Arabic in here.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Okay, you know what? I don't know because it sounds like you don't know much about your religion and you do not know what happened.
Not about the tree. Should I know about the tree so I can learn about my religion?
Yeah, I mean,
I told you I don't
this
know
is your
everything
this is your this is what your prophet said. This is what your prophet said. So we should know because if your
Hold
prophet,
up. Where you from again?
so me,
Where you from? Yeah, where you from?
I'm black, blonde, African American from Japan.
You know, I
If we
never met,
if
you
we
know,
go
like,
if we go and we search
mhm,
in the hadith, you will find that your prophet described how big this tree is. He said it's like
yeah,
you in in order to cross it underneath of it, you have to travel for years and years. You never heard of this before?
Yeah.
What?
Even if I have heard of it, but what's the main topic or like the issue we have now? Like,
What the point of this tree? This is the issue. What kind of
what,
Allah He have such a tree? What is that? What for?
what for?
Yeah, what for this tree? What is the purpose of this tree?
You're asking me that if Allah created a tree or a river in heaven, I should answer that. Is
What
that
is
the argument we're
the
having
purpose?
now?
What is the purpose of this tree in Islam?
There is no purpose in it because it's in heaven.
So is it like a weed grow by itself? There's no.
How should I know it's in heaven?
I know, but why it's so big? But there's only one tree.
Yeah, but I told you again, what's the topic you're talking about?
Is it the tree of life? And the rivers are coming from underneath of it. This is why.
What do you mean, tree of life?
Because there's 4 rivers, and your prophet, when he went to heaven, he landed underneath the tree. So this is the airport of
Yeah.
Allah. This is the airport of Allah, and
Can't you be just more like respectful?
I'm just if I land in a place, your prophet he took the
Yeah.
air. He took to the air. He ride a donkey, correct? So it's an airport. He landed there. I did not insult.
Do we call it an airport?
What do you call it? Give me a name to how to use it.
You mean the travel of the Isra and Mi'raj?
Yeah. Your prophet when he went there, he went in the
So
top of a donkey.
we call this an airport? Come on,
So what do you
seriously?
call it? Okay, the donkey port, because he ride a donkey. So now he landed with the flying donkey in the top of this place, under the tree, and there's 4 rivers coming from that tree. Why the rivers are coming from that tree?
Okay.
The Nile River.
Let me make this clear again.
The
So
Nile River.
you're saying,
Do you see how big the tree? Do you see how big the tree? Do you see how big the tree? The tree is so huge, This tree. Let me see. This is sorry. I click on the wrong hadith. Here we go. It says actually in the heaven in English, you travel underneath of it 100 years. Do you see it?
nope, I don't.
You don't see my screen?
Okay, now I can.
Yeah. So this is how big this tree, and this is the same tree. There is, only one tree, 4 rivers coming from it. Your prophet come from underneath of it, and this is the tree of Allah. Why Allah have such a tree? What
My
is
friend,
that?
so 10
What is
minutes
that?
ago, we have been arguing about the Prophet, peace be upon him, going to the 7th heavens and saw a tree and 4 rivers. I don't get the argument we're having. Like, are you saying that there is...
The argument is your prophet. You said you are the person who said we always like to check if something said is legitimate, right? So we are trying to check if your prophet legitimate. Did your prophet really go to heaven, or he went to Ethiopia? Because the Nile River is in Ethiopia, and now he's speaking about tree. But this is heaven in the sky. This is where Allah he live. Allah he lived there, and now suddenly we have a tree. So what is the purpose of this tree?
You know what's the 7th heavens they are talking about?
What?
It's like a sky, above a sky, above a sky, above a sky. Basically, when you let's say you launch a rocket to the sky, there will be multiple skies. Even there was a verse in the Quran, it explains when you actually go to the sky, your breath, decrease. It's like your chest, you're out of breath. So
what the distance?
Again,
what is the distance between those skies?
Difference? It's a sky above a sky above a sky.
Distance. The distance.
I don't know the distance. How should I know?
Your prophet, he said the distance is 500 years.
Yep.
But this is 500 years and the speed of what? Donkeys?
So I don't get it. So I don't get the argument. Even
Well,
if you,
if the distance
even
between,
if
when you say the distance between each heaven, is
Hold
500
up,
years.
hold up.
That's
Even
mean
even
this is
if the prophet he actually ride an elephant and went to the seventh sky, I don't get the argument.
not
So
elephant, not elephant.
uh,
He ride a donkey, flying donkey. So now,
I'm saying an
when
example.
you're a
Even if he
prophet,
ride an elephant,
uh-huh.
so I'm saying as an example, even if he ride an elephant and went to the seventh sky, I don't get the argument we're having. So you're saying why did God chose to do this and why did the
No, 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 no,
prophet
no,
before
no.
only
We
do
are
this?
trying to understand how in the world this has happened, because the distance is 500 years between every heaven. That means
Yeah.
Allah is only the distance between us and Allah is the total of 500 x 7, correct?
Nope. Also, wait, where does it say that Allah is in the seventh heaven?
Yeah, he is in the seventh heaven. Allah is above his throne in the seventh heaven.
How? Like above, yeah, but in the seventh heaven,
No, he
how?
is in the seventh heaven.
Huh?
Allah himself is in the seventh heaven.
Yeah, how?
What do you mean how? Where is Allah now?
He's above.
Above what?
Above all that. Above all the seventh heaven, sorry, and all of that.
So
So,
he is not
what
in
are you
the.
talking
So
about?
Allah is not in the heaven. He's out. He's not in the heaven.
Above.
Allah is above the heaven. He is not in the heaven.
Yep, not in the heaven, above the heavens.
So when your prophet he went to the seventh heaven and he claimed that
Yeah,
Allah commanded him to give him 50 prayer, he was lying because
yeah.
Allah is not there.
Wait, hold up. Wait. Did you really say that? Because does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala needs to go down and talk to the Prophet?
Yeah, he need.
How? How?
I don't know. Your prophet he said that. I heard that your
even
prophet.
even in the hadith it doesn't say that Allah needs to come down and talk to
Really?
the Prophet, dude. Like,
Are
what
you
argument are we having?
like you are taking advantage of my ignorance, making fun of me? It's okay.
No, I'm
You're
sorry,
trying to
no, I'm
humiliate
not, I
me.
did not mean to
No,
do
no,
that.
it's
No, I'm
okay. It's
sorry,
okay.
but
I'm used to it. People laugh at me from time to time
no,
because
no, 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 I'm not laughing at you.
it's
The
okay.
argument we're having is kind
It's
of
okay.
stupid. With
It's
all due
okay.
respect,
It's okay.
I respect you.
It's okay.
Look, I
I will
respect
tell my
you.
mom what you said to me. No problem. But this is the hadith. It's
Look.
your
No, no, wait, hold up.
it's your
Look.
prophet. It's your prophet who said that, not me.
Hold up. Just let me make this clear.
Your prophet come down
Hold,
every night and you are making fun of what your prophet said.
wait, hold up. Look, let me make this clear. I respect you.
Let us
Huh?
make it clear. It's
You
your
are.
forget about me. Forget about me. Your prophet said, your
You're,
God.
now you said I'm making fun of you,
No,
but
no, no, no.
I'm not
Forget
making
about.
fun
I
of
was
you.
joking, man.
The only thing, that made me laugh the argument.
I was joking. Take it easy. So listen, you did laugh when I said. You said to me, "Are you saying that
About the
God?
argument, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Are you saying that God need to come to speak to Prophet Muhammad?" Here we go. Your God, he come
No,
every
I did
night.
not. You said that Allah was in the seventh sky, and so He talked to the Prophet. I said, does Allah need to go to the seventh heaven so He can talk to the Prophet? I said that. I
Yeah,
laughed at
no,
it
no.
because
You
it's a
said,
stupid argument.
my friend. You said he need to go down. Everybody heard you. He need to go
No.
down.
I said, does He need to go down?
Yes. No, you go. Allah go
How?
down.
No, how? You did not explain how because
Okay. No problem. Listen. So now, why Allah need to go down when you pray? You said to me, Allah is in the seventh heaven. Allah now
no, I
is
did
in
not say.
the
I said
look.
above.
Here we go.
Were
No,
you
he
paying
says,
attention to
okay,
me?
Allah our Lord, he come down every third part of the night to the nearest heaven. He
Yeah,
come from where? He came from the seventh
yeah,
heaven. To where?
yeah.
To the lowest heaven.
Wait. Wait. Before we go into that, you said from the
Yes.
seventh heaven.
Yeah.
How? I told you it's
I don't
above.
know. You tell me. How? I don't know how
Huh?
he used it. Maybe
It's above the seventh heaven. It's like above everything, even the seventh heaven. Above. So about that, yeah, I have heard about this hadith, and it's a reliable hadith, I guess. About Allah needs, not needs, like Allah, He goes in the night to, like for the people who actually praise to Him. in the third of the night. I have heard about this. So again, what's the argument or what's the issue we're having?
The argument is that your God, we were talking about your prophet when he went to heaven, and we talk about the tree, and then you said Allah is not in the seventh heaven. So I'm showing you now. You said above.
Yeah.
I'm showing you that now Allah, your God, is not only above, He is in the heaven, and He even go down to the lowest heaven.
Let's see. Said, "O Lord, the place, the superior, come every night down on the nearest heaven to us. When the last third of the night remains, saying, is there anyone to invoke me so that I may respond to invocation? Is there anyone to ask me so that I may grant his request? Is there anyone seeking my forgiveness so that I may forgive him?" Yeah, I have heard it. So again, what's the problem? He's not in the seventh heaven.
So
it says to the nearest heaven.
Okay, so now where's Allah now?
Above, and he comes to the nearest heaven. So
above what and nearest what? What nearest heaven is the lowest heaven,
okay,
right?
Again, Allah, He is above everything, even the heavens, even the seventh one. So in the hadith it said that He comes down to the nearest heaven, and I've heard it's not the nearest heaven. He comes like close to the earth. So like for His servants. And again, what's the issue in the hadith?
Well, can your God Allah go inside His creation?
Inside
His creation?
Nope.
So what is?
No, can't, or He doesn't.
But He come every day to the lowest heaven. Isn't it the lowest heaven is His creation?
But does it say inside it?
Oh, He's in the where? It says good.
No, He said two. Look, you can read it here.
There is seven.
Like,
there is seven heavens. Okay, hold on. There is seven heavens. In order to go to the lowest heaven, you have to go through all.
Can you show me the Arabic?
It's you who said to me, Allah is above even the seventh heaven. So now we have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in order to Allah now, remember I'm using your word now. You said above. So in order for Allah to go down from the above the seventh heaven to the lowest heaven, He have to go through all those seven heavens.
What do you mean? I don't get it. What you mean? Like he needs to go inside it?
Yes. How you go? It says He go down. Does it say He go down? Does it say down?
But it's literally here. It says not in it, but it says to.
Yeah, down.
The nearest.
Down. Does it say down?
Yeah, down. But it's not in it.
So how He go down? Okay, what is down?
What do you mean what is down? It goes down, not inside it.
Okay.
You said inside it. I'm saying it's not inside.
If there is anything above Allah?
Nope.
All right. Let us see if this is true or not. You see?
Before can you show me the Arabic translate of it?
Sure. Here we go. Yeah. Are you there?
Okay, sorry. Yep, it's not even the seventh heaven. It says to the Sama Dunya. You know what Sama Dunya?
No, what is that? Tell me.
You know our sky in the world.
It's what? The lowest
sky? Our sky. That's like it says the lowest, but in Arabic it said, you know, so it's not even like the nearest seventh heaven. It's like closer. I'm just like, you know, giving you this. But so the earth, it's the sky of it. So anyway.
So let us make it simple because I'm trying to understand what you believe really. So if there is something, if there is some, so there is everything is underneath Allah. There's nothing above Allah, correct?
Hold up. So basically the hadith, it's saying that the third of the night, it's where like the most or like that Allah gives His mercy, and like He gives, like His servants when they ask Him. It's the most night like that you can ask, like
This is not my question.
so
This is not my.
basically,
This is not my question. We're
no, no,
talking
no.
about location. We're talking about location. So Allah, He come
The
down
location.
every day in the third part of the night. He go down.
Mm-hmm.
The word down is there
Yeah.
to the lowest heaven. The lowest heaven is a location. Do we agree?
Yes, the lowest location is like above the earth, like a
All
bit.
right. So Allah, He go down. It says go down. So Allah is moving from point A to point B. Do we agree?
No point A. There is no point A, but
You said
point
to
B. Yeah,
me.
you can
You
see
said to me point A is above the seven heaven. You said to me that.
And yeah, but I did not explain there is no point A. Above is no point, but B, yeah, it's a point.
Okay. So Allah, in order to come to us, He have to move from point 0 to point B.
Yeah,
Okay.
even though it's not a point.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, He come down. So Allah, He is moving inside what?
He's not moving. You did not even get the hadith, He comes closer to the nearest heaven. So the
No,
third,
no. He
like
said,
basically,
my friend. He didn't say come closer. He says He come down
yeah,
every night. Down. Not a closer. What closer?
yeah.
He come down
Yeah,
every, and He gave even the time.
I did not disagree on
Just
that.
to make
Yeah.
it simple for you. If there is anything,
Yeah, I did not disagree with you till now.
if there is anything above Allah, anything underneath of Allah, or only underneath of Him,
Yeah.
what?
Uh-huh.
What is above
What do
Allah?
you mean?
What is above Allah?
There is nothing above Allah.
Who says that?
What do you mean? Who says that? Like every Muslim?
Every Muslim says that.
And by the way, I have a simple question for you. What did you get from this hadith? What did you like understand from it?
What I understand that your God Allah have a bad reception. He cannot hear the Muslim prayer. So He have to come down. He cannot hear them. He have a maybe he's old, so He have to come down.
Yes.
So He can hear your prayer. Otherwise, if Allah is God, as an example, my Bible, my Lord, the Messiah said, every of two of you mention my name, I will be between them, which means He will be the third. He can hear us. We do not need to go up and down. He hear everybody. Now your God, He cannot hear you when you pray, unless He come down every third part of the night. And by the way, do you agree? Do you agree about the third part of the night?
Before I agree or disagree with that, can I, like you just explained the hadith on your basic knowledge, can I explain it?
Sure. You never heard of it, but you can explain it. That's amazing. I mean, this is the first time you heard it, but suddenly you became expert in this.
No. I have heard it before, actually. I have heard
okay.
it, but in Arabic, actually, not English. I told you that before, like 10 minutes ago. Anyway, so basically, every day that you can actually ask Allah for anything, and He would respond for it. But the main core of the hadith, it's literally saying that if you want, like that Allah to respond for any prayer for you, like every day, you have to pray specially, because it's a special thing to pray in the third of the night. Because you want to know the reason why? Because
why?
most of the people are lazy to get up in the night and to go pray, because they just continue sleeping till the morning. So that's why it's so special to get up of your sleep and go pray in the third of the night. And that is special for Allah. So He actually loves it when you pray in the third of the night, and He actually grants you what you want, but not instantly, of course. By doing this every day, you will have what you want. He will respond for you. But the main core of the hadith, it's if you get up of your sleep for the third of the night, and you go pray.
So what you are saying to me, your God, He told the Muslims you have to pray 5 times a day, and it was a waste of time, because Allah, He love it only at the third part of the night, and this is the only time He can hear it. So now why you want to pray
No,
5 times a day?
no.
Wait
You
until the third.
misunderstood me.
You said you love it.
You mis
Achoo.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
You misunderstood me.
By
Okay.
the way, you
So
said to me,
Allah was
by the way, you said
Mhm.
to me, Allah, He love it, and I just sneezed as I heard that
Yeah,
Allah, He
yeah.
loved
I
those.
said love it. I did not say He only love it. I said He love it
Why He love
because
it? Okay,
when you
why He love it?
actually
He want to make you tired. He told you 5 times a day. I mean, that's okay. You are doing it 5 times a day. Why? Why He want to make you up again? You have work second day. You have life to do. You're a human
there is
being.
two difference.
So what?
There is two
It
difference
says every night.
between.
That's mean
Hold up, hold up.
you poor Muslim. You can't even sleep. So now I go to bed. Just to
No.
pray to
That's why
Allah.
you
I
don't
took
get it.
my dinner.
Now
I go to
hold up,
sleep. Oops! I
hold
have to
up.
wake up in the third part of the night. Why?
Hold up. That's the thing you don't get. In Islam, there is two things, huh? Like not main things, but two things. There are faridah, huh? And there are like mustahabba and what are like wajiba. So the faridah is like an obligation. For example, the 5 times, 5 prayers in the day. That's an obligation too. You have to do it. So, but the like mustahabba is like a lovely thing to do, and it's not necessary to do it. So that's why he loves it, because it's not necessary, and you're not obligated to do it, but you just go, from your sleep and go pray for him, and that's why
Okay.
he loves
I
it.
want to ask you,
That's the
what is that time? The third part of the night. What time? What time? Based on your
the
calculation.
third.
Yeah. What time that one?
From what I know,
So I will wake up at
from
that
what
time
I
today.
okay, from what I know, the third of the night is after 12.
Midnight.
Yeah,
Well,
after 12.
well, soon I will have midnight here, and they will have midday in Iraq. So how in the world that will work? Look like your God. He think there's only one time zone in the world. How he makes such a mistake? Because he come
What
down
do you mean?
every third part of the night. Every third part
Uh-huh.
of the night. How many every third part of the night we have in the world? Your God is like a yo-yo, like go up down, up down, up down. Because there's tons of these third part of the night. Every few hundred miles
That-
there's 2 hours different or 1 hour different. So now your God, he come every third part of the night. The only
Mhm.
way, the only way for this to work, if you believe that the earth is a flat and we have only one time zone.
No, we don't believe the Earth is flat. But you actually made a good point on that, and from my knowledge, I can't answer it because I have not searched about it. So you made a good point.
I made a
But
good
still,
point,
we
but
don't believe.
I can support it from the Quran. Isn't it the Quran says that Allah he made the earth flat?
Okay, show me the verse so I
Okay.
can explain it for you.
All right. Let's see if we can find the verse.
I think I'm living in a deja vu because literally every day they ask the same thing and they get the same answer.
Well, here we go. The Muslims even try to make it a false translation. You read Arabic. Tell me what the Arabic
All
says
right,
in chapter 71,
all right,
verse number 19.
all right. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والله جعل لكم الأرض بساطة.
Translate, please.
It's like, and Allah Azza wa Jal, He made you the earth flat.
Exactly. You said to me that's not in the
Okay.
Quran.
Okay, so should I actually explain it or not?
Even this one in the explanation, Allah he said the earth is a flat,
Uh-huh.
and now you're. But a second ago you are saying. A second ago you were saying to me, are you saying? What do you say? I am the one who said.
My friend,
And the
that's
only
two
way.
different meanings. That's
No,
two different
what? No,
meanings.
that
So,
is
for
not the
example,
meaning. It's you who said the flat, not me. I did not say flat. It's you.
yeah, I did, I
Okay.
did actually, and I did not disagree with you. So let me make it easy for you. So when you
All
go
right.
to the street, do
Uh-huh.
you see the street is flat or a circle?
Yeah, but he's talking about the earth.
Yeah, he's talking about the earth
Is,
when you see
is
it, not when
Allah,
the whole earth.
my friend, we as a human in the size of an ant compared to this huge earth, I agree. But Allah,
Yeah,
is He in the earth?
yeah.
He see it as we see it? No. Allah is above. He
No,
is
no,
the
he is
maker.
talking about you when you see the
No,
earth. So
no,
when you
no,
go to the
no,
street, do you see it again? Do you see it
no. Oh,
flat,
see,
or do you see it
you're
as a
okay.
circle, or do you see it as a square?
All
Tell me,
right,
what do you see
all
when you
right,
go to the street?
all right.
What do you see?
Shall we go and see the interpretation for the verse?
And the interpretation,
Yeah,
the explanation.
yeah.
All right, show me.
All right.
Let's see where from every. Oh, that's the same hadith.
Let us go and see.
Is the stream is lagging or something? Because I don't know what you're doing.
I'm just looking for the interpretation. Give me a minute, please.
Oh, okay.
I'm opening the, you know. Do you see it? It says a flat, exactly. It doesn't say from our point of view, anything. Flat.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's why I gave you the explanation
but
of it.
why you are adding the word from your point of view when your God
Point
never
of
said
view?
it? Yeah, your point of view.
No, that's not a point of view. That's the explanation. Because Busata is not. It's not like the whole Earth is flat. So I'm gonna give you the explanation
Okay.
with
Let us
the link.
Okay, let us see if we can find something else to help you more, to refresh your memory. In the Quran, in chapter 79, verse number 30, Allah, He said the earth, and He made the earth flat. By physically did it. You see it?
So what do you say about when he said وَجَعَلَ لَكُمُ الْأَرْضَ فِرَاشًا, when he made you the
Exactly.
earth like a bed?
It is a flat bed. Exactly. Too. So He said
So what do you say
He
about
made
that?
it. Well, you see, I'm supporting what I'm saying with the hadith. The hadith says Allah come down every third part of the night. I said, and you said to me, this is a good point. That's mean that the earth is a flat. You said, where? I said to you, I can show it to you from the Quran. You said, okay, show me where it says that in the Quran. You do not believe me. So I showed it from the Quran. And now you do your best to explain the Quran, saying this is what a point of view. But no, Allah, He said,
A point of view.
because now we have to see what Allah said. Allah, He said, He come down
Hold up.
every third part of the night, and He is speaking about He come down once, not 20.
And I told you, you made a good point on that. Okay, subject, but I can't answer it because I did not search about it. But
All right.
about making
All right.
the Earth flat, I can answer it because I know the explanation of it. I told you, I don't have like the best knowledge of a scholar, but at least I can answer a few questions.
All right. When I asked you
So
if there is something above Allah, you said no.
yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah, I'm sure. What's up?
All right. No problem.
Shit.
Read.
Some have biased. Mm-hmm.
Mm. What we will do now?
Okay, so what is your conclusion about the hadith?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you see, this my experience with Muslims. It's like I have
In
to
English.
chase them. It's
So,
like we are a bunch of kids, hide and
all
seek.
right.
You go behind a
All right,
tree.
I'm gonna
I
read it.
go, okay,
I'm gonna
hold on.
read it, but I'm
You
gonna be
say it.
specific.
You say it. No, I said to you tons of times. If there is something, is Allah in the seventh heaven? You said
And
no.
I said
You
no.
said He's
Yeah, I
above the
said
heaven.
no.
Yeah, and you said,
Yeah, I said
and you
no.
confirm many time. Okay, but now it says that Allah
Yeah.
is like a sparrow
Hold up. I'm
below.
gonna read it. Okay. O Messenger of Allah, where was our Lord before He created His creation? He said He was above the clouds, below which was air, and above which was air made water. Then He created His throne above the water. So I'm gonna be specific to a few words, okay? So after I have read the hadith, okay, can you see which it said? Below which was air and above which was air and water. Okay, it says here below which was air and above which was air and water. Then he created his throne above the water. So is there anything above Allah now?
Yeah, above Allah is air.
I just told you that. Okay, let me go back again. Okay, so below which was air and above the air.
Below
Okay,
who? Below who?
huh?
Below who?
Below which was air.
Below who?
What do you mean below? No. Hold up. Let's continue the hadith.
Okay.
Let's continue the hadith.
Uh-huh.
And above which was air and water. So what is above air?
My friend, what is the water now?
Hold up. What is above air?
Where is the water now? Where is the water now? Let us create level by level. Let us make the image. Let us make the image more acceptable. So where is the water?
What do you mean? Where is the water?
The water. It says his throne is above the water. Where is the water located?
What do I need to know about that? You told me. Is there anything above Allah?
We are trying to find where is Allah. So Allah is a throne.
No. Now you are making another argument. Now I want to answer this argument so we can be done with it and then we can move on. So you said, is there anything above Allah? And I'm answering, what is above the air? Like it's literally saying in the hadith, okay, there is air, and above the air there is water, and above the water he created his throne. So is there anything above Allah now?
So hold on, the water is above the cloud, or under the cloud?
No, that's not the point. You said, is there anything above Allah or not?
No.
And I'm telling you.
No, listen. It says above. Where is Allah now? It says where He was before His creation. I mean, here first of all, there's many. I don't want to be rude. You're a nice person, but don't take me as an insulting. But don't you think that even this answer is so stupid? Because if I say to you, where was Allah before the creation? So how your prophet, he mentioned above and under and cloud and air if there's no creation yet?
Well, wait, he said before the creation, not everything he creates.
No,
he said the creation.
Yes, humans. Before everything is a creation. Here we go.
Hold up. His creation, he did not be specific. Which creation? The air, the clouds, the water, the humans.
He's asking where was Allah. Okay, hold on. Are we talking about location now or not?
No, it's not a location. Right now, we're not talking about location.
We are, because it says where was. I mean, come on. Where was our Lord? Where?
Okay. If you're saying a location, okay, I'm going to give you this. So, where does the throne of Allah, it is above the water before the creation? Where was it?
Above him there is air. And
No. Okay, let me make it like this. Okay, so there is air and there is water, and above that there is his throne, and above that there is Allah. So
no. This is not what it says. Above Allah there is air, underneath Allah is air, and then He created the water and He put his throne on the water.
But hold up, he did not say Allah was above or like below.
He says, where was Allah before He created His creation? He said, He was above. He was above the cloud. Is the cloud a location now? Yes. Below.
How is it a location?
Below,
if it is if it is a location.
Okay. Below which was air. Below what? Below the cloud there is air, correct?
Hold up. Are you answering the thing he said, like about where was Allah, or what like the creation was?
No, where was Allah? Where was Allah? Where was Allah before He created His creation? He answered. He said He was above. Above what? Cloud. I wish I have a pen to I can draw in the screen. So He was above the cloud. Okay, let us make a cloud now. So now Allah is above the cloud. Below what? Below the cloud there was air. And above what? Above the cloud, above Allah, there's air. So Allah,
basically you are explaining
Allah, above Him there's air, underneath of Him there's a cloud and air. And then Allah,
no, my friend, you're basically you're literally explaining. I can't say this. Okay, basically you're saying that there is air, and there is the water, and there above that is everything. Like you're literally explaining explaining the things that he created. So if you actually finish the hadith, it says above all that, even the water, there is his throne. So I don't get the argument. You're saying he was below, but in the end he said he was above all of it and above the water.
Above all of it.
Yes, it's literally saying here, literally just read the end, and then he created his throne above the water, which the water was before, like above the air.
When I say above, is that a
Do I
location?
need to explain this?
Okay. When I say above, is that a location too?
If it is a location, then tell me, where does it located?
No problem. The Quran says the following.
Yeah, tell me.
By the way, that hadith is Hasan anyway, so we don't take Hasan hadith as
he don't take
as when it comes to creed.
he don't take good hadith. He take only bad hadith.
No, we don't take.
I said from the beginning, I said I'm not gonna
Hasan
pick.
hadith when it comes to.
Yeah, he take only good hadith.
Yeah, but I said I'm not gonna pick. What are you talking about?
No,
And
my
why
friend,
is there like someone
it says
else who does not?
says that this is a good hadith. He says he don't take he take only good hadith, but it says this is a good hadith.
You
Yes,
gave me multiple.
because we have Sahih
Wait.
hadith that indicate
Hold
that
up.
Allah
You
is
gave
above
me
the throne.
multiple. Hold up. You gave me multiple hadiths, and I answered it. So
All right.
when I said
Hold on.
that
Okay.
Allah was above all that, you
Uh-huh.
changed the topic, and now you're literally, laughing at
No, we are
nothing.
not changing. And let us finish one by one. I don't know why the admin invited this guy. One by one, we will go for you, Abu. Just wait. Have your time, okay? No, don't jump into. You can answer if you want, no problem. But when I allow you to talk, you can talk. So listen carefully. In the screen, it says that your God. It talk about where Allah throne is located.
Wait, which verse exactly? The 20 or the 7?
255.
There was no 255 in your share screen.
You don't see my screen?
No, I can see it, but there was another verse, the 789 and the 2098.
You can open from your side if you want, chapter 2, verse 255.
Oh, can't you just open it?
Oh. I just did. I have it on the screen.
You said it's which verse again? 755? But there is no 755. It's 789.
I said 2, chapter 2, verse number 255.
Yeah, there was no chapter 255 in here.
My friend, there's a chapter 2.
Yeah.
And the verse
Can read it.
No problem. Maybe it's your screen is frozen. You can open from your side.
Okay. My internet is a trash can. Okay, I can see it now, sorry.
All right.
Okay. Allahu la ilaha illa. Oh, that's the Surah Al-Kursi. I know it. I have memorized it.
This is not the Kursi. This is chapter of the cow, chapter of the Hindu.
It is actually. It is. Allahu la ilaha. Sorry, not the surah. It's ayat al-Kursi. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayy al-qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm lahu ma fi as-samawati wa ma fi al-ard man dhal ladhi yashfa'u 'indahu illa bi idhnihi ya'lamu ma bayna aydihim wa ma khalfahum wa la yuhituna bi shay'in min 'ilmihi illa bima sha'a wa sa'a kursiyyuhu as-samawati wal-ard wa la yu'uduhu hifdhuhuma wa huwa al-'aliy al-'azim.
So what is the size of the Allah throne?
It's the skies and the earth.
How that can work? Because if the earth is so small and the sky is so big, so that is a bad measurement. If the sky is a massive, the earth is just a dust. So if Allah, what the Quran here is teaching, that the earth and the sky are equal in size.
Why am I even answering this? But okay. So, the sun, is it bigger or smaller than the Earth?
For sure, it's way bigger.
Okay, so he mentioned that his throne is way bigger than the
No,
whole
it doesn't
heavens.
say. It doesn't say
So
way bigger. It says the same size as the earth and the heaven. Wisa.
no. It says
The same.
وسع.
Yeah.
Oh, وسع
Uh-huh.
كرسيه. Hold up. وسع كرسيه.
The same size.
Hold up.
Hmm.
Live internal. No. Oh, okay, I see. وسع. So you're saying that his throne is small or something, or located?
No, I'm saying here there's a mistake because the earth and the heaven, they don't have the same size. So if you
Yeah.
have the same size of the earth, he's in the top of it. That means the
So
earth and the
tell
heaven,
me.
the earth and the heaven, they have the same size. Same time, is the throne of Allah, is it something physical and there's a size of it or no?
Okay, let's not talk about the physical first, but let's talk about the throne. Okay,
Yeah.
so you said his throne is like being or something, but it says وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض, like it's like in the size of the heavens and the earth. So that makes you realize that he talks about the heavens and the earth. So he only mentioned that it's wasi'a. That means like it can fit, or like it can be way bigger. So what is your argument, by the way?
Well, what I say is here that the size
Yeah.
of Allah, the size of Allah throne, is exactly the same size as
Yeah, I know.
the
I know. I
earth
did
and
not
the
disagree.
okay. But that means Allah's size is very small too, because the earth and
You
the
know,
heaven.
I wish actually, I wish I can be a better, like someone who can explain, but I'm gonna try my best. So, it says again, وَسِعَ كُرْسِيُّهُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. So, it's not in the ayah. It did not mention that it's only the size of the heavens and earth, but it's like it can fit. So that means it's bigger. And again, it did not mention like how big is it or like smaller. So I don't see your argument in this
All right.
because there was no argument.
Is it you who used the word big or me?
Not me, because what's can
Okay.
be big.
So now Allah throne is big. That's mean it is a physical and it is limited in the size.
How? Because sometimes like it's not necessary that a thing can like be a being to be physical, or like so it can be small or big.
So are you saying it's not physical?
If it is or not, well, what is the argument?
I'm just asking, is it physical or not?
It did not say physical or not, so I can't answer that.
I'm asking you. No, what do you think? I mean, is that a fictitious throne?
A fiction throne?
Yeah, it's not like exist. It's just a word, or it's a real throne.
It is exist, but
So it's
from
physical.
being
So it's physical.
it is exist, but physical or not, I can't answer that because it did not mention if it is physical or not.
Why you cannot?
Because literally,
Why you
but
cannot
you
mention?
said that in the hadith you brought up a hadith that he had a throne, and again in this ayah he had a throne. So what is your argument?
All right. So my argument is that Allah, he make no sense when he speak about anything about him. As an example, you Muslims, you claim that you understand Islam and Islam is clear. But look, you are so confused about if Allah even throne is true. You cannot answer me about how Allah will come down. How Allah will come down? He has no physical stone. He have no physical.
Not physical, but he has a throne. But I can't answer if he has a physical or not because it did not mention that. I can't answer something that it did not mention already,
Okay.
Because you can't. There is no surah or like ayah or hadith that says he has a physical or non-physical, but
Right.
he has a throne.
All right. When Allah,
Because it's
do
kind of the
Allah
same.
sit on the throne and he put his feet in the ground or not?
There is no such thing as putting his feet on the ground, you know.
Focus on me. So, do Allah sit on the throne? Number one.
Mm-hmm.
Do he sit on the throne?
It did not mention sitting on the throne. So if he sit on the throne, that can have, you know, like
what the throne for? There's nobody there.
well, he can make a throne, you know, can't he?
And this is not the question. I mean, the throne for what then? Is just to what? What
His throne, you know.
what is exactly the job of the throne if Allah is not on the throne?
وسع كرسيه. If he's not on the throne,
Yeah.
man. I don't have an answer for that because I can't answer that because there is no such thing as he sitting on the throne, you know.
All right. Well, isn't it the Quran says that Allah, he is above the throne?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
But does that mean
so what he is
sitting on it?
He is standing on a throne.
Do I need to know, or like you even? Do we need to know?
Why not? I mean, he is telling us. Why you Muslim don't
Well,
even? So if he
well,
say
we have a lot of
he
things we
is
don't
above
know
the
about
throne, my friend.
Hmm?
If your God himself, he says he is above the throne, and then you
Yeah.
say to me, do I need to know? Well, Allah said he is above the throne, so he's above the throne doing what? He's sleeping,
Does
he is sitting, he is standing. What is the logic of? I asked you, is Allah is on the throne? I do not answer. You can answer. Okay, now the Quran, I have the verse in front of you. It says, Allah, when he finished creating the earth, he went up and he left himself above the throne.
ثم استوى على العرش. There is no in Arabic. There is no he left himself. Or wait, let me read it in English.
What istawa mean? Translate for me.
Istawa. Hold up. Let me translate the word istawa because we don't have it in our like like dictionary.
Oh, okay.
Istawa. Weapon. Istawa.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, weapon.
Go ahead, answer Hatim. Help him.
You want the answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Istawa means ulu, means that he is above something.
All right, wonderful. So what he's doing there?
Why
He
is
is
your
above the throne.
argument about what? Wait. Why is your argument about what is he doing or not? Because
Well,
if there was no,
we want to find out if your God in the top,
yeah,
or this is like a real throne and he is in the top of it, or it's just a fictional throne. So your friend Abu Haitham, he said that it's a real throne, correct?
my friend, it's not logical to say that because hold up, you are a Christian, right?
What?
You are a Christian, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your God doing right now? Do you know?
We don't want to share a topic. My God is laughing at us, what we are talking about. I mean, Muhammad. And
now you're saying basically
look,
saying what is my God doing above the throne?
You Muslim even do not know. You Muslim don't even dare to answer if Allah is sitting, standing. What is do? So he have a throne. What he do with the throne? What the point of the throne if Allah don't sit on it? Your friend,
this is not an argument.
Okay.
This is not an argument because you're basically saying.
No, we are trying to understand. We're trying to understand
what is Jesus.
Remember, we are trying to understand. We're trying to understand what is Allah. So
yeah, I know.
Allah,
but hold up.
Allah above
basically saying.
Your friend, do you agree with him? Allah above the throne. Is he really above the throne, or not?
Is he?
Is he or not?
Yeah, are you asking me or the guy in here?
Yeah, you.
Abu Haitham.
You.
He is above the throne, yeah.
He already agree. So do you agree?
Do I agree that he's above the throne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I told you.
Okay. As long Allah is above the throne, that means he is Limited with the size of the throne.
But he said he is above, not on the throne.
The throne is what? Throne is a chair. In fact, in Arabic, it's using the word which is not even Arabic. Chair.
Yeah, but still, he did not say he is on it, but he said he's above it.
All right. I want you to focus with me here in the verse. Does it say that your God Allah, when he finished the earth, he went up to the sky and he sat on the throne, or he's above the throne? So where
No,
Allah,
no.
in the beginning, you refuse to agree. You refuse to agree that your God Allah moved from point A to point B. You say there's no A, there's no B, but here point A is the earth. Your God was in the earth when he finished.
No, he was not on the earth.
Read it. It's in front of you.
It says in here, أن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش. It says ثم استوى على العرش. I don't get
where he was before he go.
Where does it say that Allah was in the earth?
Before he was, yeah, it says he can find.
Hold up.
He created the heaven and the earth in 6 days. Okay, which one Allah?
Hold up. Can I just grab a bottle of water?
Let's maybe this verse is not making it to you clear. Let me find another verse. Give me a second.
All right, but before that, can I just grab some water for me?
Sure.
All right, be right back.
He want to get some water, so we give him some time. I have some water here I can give him, but too bad. Internet now did not create this option. Soon. How is my voice coming to you guys in Rumble and YouTube? Is it good? Everything is good?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Do you see the verse in the front of you?
Wait, hold up.
So I gave you this verse to make it clear for you, and now let us see how you can escape it.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. The 29. هو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض جميعا ثم استوى على السماء فسواها 7 سماوات وهو بكل شيء عليم.
Okay.
So I've already told.
So which one? Where was Allah and where he go?
He did not go anywhere.
No, it says.
Okay, so let me make it this clear for you.
My
So
friend,
basically,
when we say ثم استوى, Arabic is my first language, in case you do not know. So إلى السماء فسواهن 7 سماوات. ثم استوى. Stawa, he went above, he moved above. All right, and you agree with that? In the previous verse, you said that. You said, yes, agree. He went above.
He's above, but he did not move to point.
No.
To
it
point,
says,
you know.
What the second point? The second point is stawa. What the second
Stawa,
thing?
yep, but
exactly.
Stawa is not moving.
No. He did. It says ila sama. You know Arabic. Come on. Ila. Istawa ila sama.
It's not moving.
No, he went to the heaven. Istawa ila sama.
Okay. So let me actually make this more easier for you so you can understand
friend,
it.
It's not.
So
you are not making it. You cannot make it easier.
No, hold up.
Listen.
Hold up. You're sitting on a chair, okay? Or you're making something with your hand, okay? So you are above that, right? And when you're done with something, do you go moving for something else, or
but
do you
there is
keep,
nothing else. There is only, my friend. There is only the now. Your God Allah created which one first, the earth or the heaven?
The earth, I guess.
Okay, so there's no heaven. You said to me Allah is above the throne in the heaven, but now there's no heaven, there's no throne, there's nothing. So here,
He's above it.
No, above what? My friend, there's no heaven. There's no heaven. It's not created yet.
Even if there is no heaven, I have said that before. I told you he's above heaven.
No, I ask you which one Allah created first, the earth or the heaven? You said the earth.
Does it matter? Doesn't
Yes,
matter if he
yes,
created
yes,
something and
yes,
created something
yes,
else. How?
because you are saying to me he was on his
Yeah.
throne. He was on his throne and he did not move.
No,
No,
I
it
said
says
he's above his throne, that he's above the water and all of that. He's above all, and then he creates that. But
okay,
istawa
my
ila
friend, does it
sama
say?
doesn't mean he went to the sama.
No, it means that he then okay. What istawa? The previous verse, you agree?
Hold on, hold on.
Allah went above the arsh. After he finished, he went above the. Okay, was Allah above the arsh before or not?
When? Before he creates everything?
But was Allah, the previous verse, was Allah above the throne all the time? He's above
When,
the throne.
before he creates the heavens and
Is
the earth?
Allah, was Allah all the time above the throne? Yes or no?
Yeah, of course he's above the throne.
No,
Sorry.
no. Here we go. Chapter 7, verse number 54, it says, then he went above the throne. Then he did mount himself on the throne.
Hold up. إن ربكم الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يغشى الليل والنهار يطلبه. Well, I don't get it.
Oh, what do you mean you guys? Then
I don't get it. What?
okay. Then he mounted himself on the throne. Then, so he was not on the throne. You are claiming that when Allah he was.
What do you mean by wait? What do you mean by mounted?
This is your Muslim translation. Istawa is mounted.
Wait, mounted. What do you mean by it? Explain it.
Mean he put himself on the top of the throne.
Does it say he put himself on the throne?
Yes, that's what istawa mean. You go open dictionary right now.
No. How does it say that? It's literally istawa. It's not put himself. Okay,
Istawa,
I'm gonna find an explanation.
Yes, istawa ala shay. He leveled himself on the top of it. He was not there.
Hold up.
Istawa ala al-ard. He leveled himself on the ground.
Hold up. Okay, so the explanation of it, it's the al-ulu wal-irtifa, he is high and above it.
No problem. But where he was before he go there, it says then, you speak Arabic, my friend. Thumma.
There was another verse actually talk about this. It says Ar-Rahman ala al-arsh istawa.
Exactly.
You can actually look it up.
Exactly.
Yep.
So he was not there. So he was not there.
What do you mean he was not there? The explanation of istawa ala al-arsh.
Yes, and then he leveled himself. Then after he was not there. So this why it says then he did that. He was not there.
Okay. You're share screening now. Okay, can you go to the search? Okay, search and type istawa ala al-arsh explanation.
Istawa ala al-arsh explanation?
Yeah, explanation.
Which one you want, the Sunni or the Shia? Because you would die laughing if I show you. Which one you want?
No, just type the explanation. You can find the Sunnah.
No, but which one you accept?
Just type istawa ala al-arsh explanation, the verse. Right. Do not type Sunnah or Shia.
All right, here we go. Let us see.
And I have actually a website that is from the Sunnah.
No problem.
Hold up.
Let us see. Read with me and laugh. Now you will say I don't accept. And those are your highest scholars. I gave you all the options. Do you see here it says Stawa?
Hold up.
Read it. Stawa irtafa.
Yeah, irtafa again.
Exactly.
Irtafa. It's not.
What irtafa mean? Translate to people what irtafa mean.
Irtafa means he.
What?
I did not even translate it. He started laughing. Okay, I was saying irtafa. I mean he became high. Or like
no, he went
above.
up. No, irtafa, I mean he went up, my friend. You see, you sound like a good person. You want to start lying now? You want to start lying? Irtafa
is the only meaning for went up.
Yes, irtafa. He went high. He went up.
Then you clearly don't know Arabic.
Oh boy. We can open dictionary.
Okay.
Do you want me to open dictionary
All
and
right.
put in the screen?
Hold up. I'm just gonna give you this website, and you can actually see the verse if you don't believe it.
My friend, you are the one who said ارتفع, it's mean he went up.
Hold up. No, I did not say he went up. He
So
is
what?
above.
So what? He's above. He was above. Is ارتفع a
Hold
verb?
up.
Is
Either
it?
either
Is
I'm bad
ارتفع? Is ارتفع a verb?
hold up. Either I'm bad at
Is ارتفع? Is
explaining
ارتفع?
things, or I'm just
Is
missing a
ارتفع?
point.
My
So,
friend, is ارتفع a verb?
hold up.
Don't tell me what up. Is it a verb or not?
A verb.
Yeah. فعل in Arabic we
ارتفع.
say فعل. كلمة ارتفع فعل أم اسم؟
هي بتجي فعل.
No, it's فعل. It is fair because we are talking about what Allah is doing things. So ارتفع على العرش, he did something. What he did? He moved. He went up above the throne. So stop playing games, my friend.
Hold up. Not gonna play any games.
Wow.
What's the name of the surah? Al-A'raf.
And this is mentioned in many chapters in the Quran, not only one. It is in chapter Taha, verse number 5, chapter Araf 54, chapter of Al-Baqarah 29. It's all over.
Even in this, I actually found another explanation for that exact word. Just the word istawa can be established. Not even just like he became above or mounted.
Thank you.
So that's
remember,
what I meant.
You remember
Arabic.
when I said to you, when the translation was saying mountain, you reject that. You say, where do you get this from? It's you who rejected. You say, where do you get this mountain from?
My point was
you agreed.
that if we
Now
would,
you agreed. Okay,
if
thank
we-
you. So now Allah, he mounted himself above the throne. He was not there.
My point was every word
No
you
problem.
bring
So
from
now we agree.
You have to be specific.
Now
with
we
it.
agree that Allah, he mounted himself. So where was Allah before he mounted himself on the throne? He was in the earth. So I said to
Let's
you,
say,
I said,
let's say
my
you're
friend,
right. So
no,
what
no,
is
no,
what
no,
is
no, let's say, I don't
what's your
go,
point?
I don't go by let's say, I don't do that, I am
All right, but what's your point? If you're right, what's your point?
I am showing you that Allah is a physical being and he moved from point A to point B and he go inside his creation because Allah was on the earth and then after he left the earth he went to the sky and then he made the sky 7. And now as long we agree both of us that Allah he mounted himself, then which one Allah created first? Is it the earth or the sky?
You're saying what he created first, the earth
Which
or the
one?
sky?
Which one he was working in first? To know more details about his location, where he was.
Location?
Yeah, because you just said he mounted. You agree with me now? Okay, now Allah he mounted himself over the throne. Where
I
he
did ask
was,
you before. If it
where
is
he
located,
was, my
so
friend,
where does it?
where Allah was before he mounted himself on the throne. He was on the earth.
How? It's not saying on earth.
Because there was no heaven yet.
If it is not, if he did not create heaven, where does it say he is on earth?
Read for me. It says that Allah, he created everything on the earth and then he went and he made 7 heavens. So which one Allah?
Yeah, but where does it say he was on earth?
He was not on the throne, correct?
Yeah, but where does it say it? Like
You
he
see,
was on
a second
on
ago
earth.
we said
You literally
a second
you
ago
said
a second
he
ago
created heavens.
you said to me
You
show
said
me
he created
show me
heavens.
my friend, you said to me show me the interpretation. I show you it says irtafa, which means he went up higher, right?
But hold up. You said he was on earth. But where does it say that?
When it says he was in the earth and then he went up where?
Where does it say he was on earth?
Where he was, it says he went up. After he finished the earth, he went up. And then he made them seven heaven. Okay, so now.
And does it say he was on earth?
No, okay, I will go with you. No problem. Guys, he did not say. So, Allah, he went up. From where to make the heaven? What he was creating? He was creating the earth. And then
You're saying where, but you're saying
I'm not
where.
saying. I'm not saying.
Wait.
I'm saying exactly what the Quran saying. I'm saying exactly what the Quran saying.
You're saying where, but it's not saying where. Where was he in the Quran? It's
Okay,
not
I want
saying
you. I want you to help me. I want you to help me. Allah now creating the earth. He finished everything in the earth. Then he turned into heaven. And then istawa on the throne. So where
does that mean he was on earth? Maybe he was above all that.
Okay, no. Hold on. So Allah was not on the throne. Allah, he went up. Up where?
Huh?
If Allah was down, to go up, I have to be down first. In order to go up, I have to be down. Down where?
It should be like, should I say earth? You're saying.
You tell me.
Saying like the answer
you are free to tell me. Allah was down. Do you agree with me? Allah was down and went up.
He was not down. He was not down.
So
if he is above, how
when you say he went up, it means he was down.
Your argument is not making any sense.
My friend, when I say I went up, when I say anyone who speaks a simple language.
Let's go back from the beginning.
No, hold on. If I say I went up, that means I was down. You do not need to be genius. Come on.
Okay. You said he was down, but where?
I don't know. You tell me. So he was down.
If you don't know, why are we arguing about
the
this?
argument is Allah is moving inside His creation. You Muslims, you claim Allah bigger than everything. Allah is not inside His creation. Allah cannot be inside His creation. And then I showed you.
Where does it say? Where does it say He was inside?
Because He was down. He went up. He's moving from place to place. He moving inside. He is moving inside the space, my friend. In order to move. Listen.
If I could explain that, I would have explained it, but I don't know how to explain it.
You cannot, because you are doing the same. Allah, He come down to the third part of the night, to the lowest heaven. That is a location. In order for Allah to come down every day, that means you have to go up again. So he
said he was on earth. Where does it say he was on earth? He said he was inside. Where does it say he was inside?
He finished everything in earth, and then he went up. So obviously he was down in earth. What is down in earth? What is
you
that?
Said obviously.
What? There was no heaven. There was no heaven. There was no heaven.
You're following an idea in your head. You're not even making like.
Okay, hold on.
You're not making a good argument. You're saying he was on earth, but it's not saying he was on earth.
People will be the judge. People will be the judge. What dukhan mean?
Dukhan, smoke.
Smoke. Okay. It says here in chapter 4, 41, verse number 11. Then he turned to heaven when it was a smoke.
So wait. I'm a bit confused. You're saying like that. You know that the word is like saying a lot of istawa. You know,
my friend. So now, listen. Now Allah. He created certain things. He finished things. He finished the earth. You see it? This is chapter 41. I'm sure you are confused. You're a Muslim. Chapter 41.
I'm confused by you. Because
okay.
You clearly.
You know what?
Wait.
I'm going to close my screen. I want you to tell me first. Allah created the stars first or the mountains?
The stars or the mountains? I would go with the mountains, I guess.
Okay. So now we can find where Allah slowly. So guys, Allah created the mountains first. There's no sky. When the mountain was created, there was no sky. Where was Allah?
Where was Allah?
Yeah.
Where does it say? Like,
I'm asking you.
He was where?
I'm asking you.
If you don't know, like,
my friend,
why are you talking about this?
You said, I ask you, which one Allah created first? The mountains?
Yeah, I said I guess.
You said the mountains. Okay, that means there's no sky. Where was Allah when there's only mountains?
But wait, I'm a bit confused. I said earlier, you clearly have seen that istawa, it appears so many times, okay? Istawa. So he said he created the earth and he istawa, and then he created the sky, istawa, again and again. So can't you see that istawa is not like, the words you said, that it's mounted, or like the things you said,
It's you who
or like
say,
going
it's
up
you
and
who
down?
agree, my friend. It is you less than 20 seconds ago. You agree the meaning. You said, I see now the interpretation. It says Allah, he mounted himself. You said that. Now you're
No, no,
saying,
no. I said it can be so. It can
my
be so many
friend,
different. Like I even
no,
found it's
no,
established.
everybody heard you. You agree. And then I said, okay,
No,
thank
I said
you.
established, not mounted.
You know, you said the word mounted. You said, I'm reading now the interpretation. And yes, it says mounted. So I said, see, when
Yeah,
I
on your
told
share
you,
screen, and
when
then
I told you
yeah,
mounted,
on
you
your
said
share
to me,
screen, and then
my
I
friend,
went. Yeah. I went to a website that it says established, not mounted.
oh,
I read it on your share
and
screen.
you said mounted too.
Yeah, on your share screen, because I've seen it on your share screen, and then I went to another website and it says established. So that's I
Okay.
go back to the
Allah,
point where the
so
Arabic
Allah was
meaning
not
has a lot
established.
of inner
So
word.
are you saying to me established is more horrible? Because are you saying to me Allah was not established yet? What established mean?
No. My point, no. My point is, istawa is not like, your thinking is like sitting or like going up and down, but it's not like
Established, my
this.
friend, is more horrible because it's like your God. He was not established tree and now he's growing. So you chose even
No,
more horrible word.
I'm
Yeah.
saying it has a lot of
What
meanings, but
established?
it
Okay, here we
doesn't
go.
mean.
I will go with you. What established mean?
Wait. Even mounted can
Hold
be
on. No, no,
like,
no. I like. No,
even
I don't want.
mounted has a lot of
I
meanings
don't
in
want
English.
mounted. I don't want. I like established. Tell me what established means. So let's laugh.
I said established. I found it on a website. I did not say like it's like a specific word
You
to that, like
said,
to
and
istawa.
you said you will find the meaning. You search and you said, by
No,
the
no, no,
way,
no, no.
I have a site.
I said the
Yes,
Arabic word
you
has a lot of
choose the
meanings
site
and
you
it
want.
can be
So are you
established.
saying
I
to
said
me, you are sorry because the Muslim they use the word established?
I said it can be established, mounted in
No,
different
no, no.
meanings.
Okay, see
So
now you said, I said it can be established and mounted. A second ago you said, no, I did not say mounted. It was on your screen.
no,
So
no,
listen
no.
carefully.
Yeah,
Listen.
I said
So,
it can be
okay,
different meanings.
I want to
So
go with you. The Muslim scholar, according to you, they said established. What established mean? That's horrible.
but wait, I did not go with establish.
You good? You're sure who said to me, the scholar to say, you said I open a Muslim website. By the way, I have a Muslim website.
Yeah.
It's,
And what was
it's
my point?
It's
What
you
was
who
my point
said,
about?
okay, search right now. Search for the word
And
istawa.
what was I
And
talking about exactly? Do you even remember? What
about
was
what?
I talking about?
About where is Allah and how Allah he is sitting on the chair or
No, I
not?
was talking about I was talking about even this word has a lot
Okay,
of meanings.
no
Even if
problem.
you
So
search
now,
about it in
okay,
English, it
but
has a lot
you
of meanings.
but you choose this word, not me. I'm not the one
No,
who
I
said
did not
established.
choose. I did not
Okay,
even
now
choose
choose
mounted.
the word you like. Do you like mounted? You like established? You like
Dude,
above?
I did not choose any words. I did not even go
Which
with any
one?
words.
So
I
are
said
you saying to
istawa.
me the answer I choose no words?
Yeah, I did not choose. Yeah, I did not choose any word of
Can
that.
you choose a word or you cannot?
Which word?
Choose what the whatever word fit with it. What the word istawa mean? I showed you the Muslim
Yeah,
saying
that's the thing.
irtafa, he
That's the
went
thing. I
up.
told you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. I am bad at explaining this word, so I don't know how to explain it.
Do you agree with the scholar saying istawa mean irtafa, he went up?
I don't really know
So what do you know? You are arguing with me
about.
about nothing then because anything I say to you, you say no. So look what happened.
No,
You're okay.
but if
Okay,
we
hold
go
on.
back
Okay.
for a
Oh, you know
minute,
what?
I
You
told
know
you
what? I'm
istawa.
going to finish my conversation with you because I'm losing my voice in a very simple way. Everybody heard you saying that Allah created the mountains first and the sky after, the stars after. Correct?
So it was the mountains, right?
The mountains was first, you said.
Yeah, I said I guess because I did not read it.
What do you mean you
And
guess?
again, I'm
Are we playing games now?
no. I said I guess because I did not read it.
Okay, let me repeat the question again. Okay, let me repeat the question. Be sure now. Which one Allah
Yeah.
created first? The mountains or the skies and the stars?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the mountains because I guess I don't know
Don't tell me I guess. I want an
which.
answer, please. I want an answer.
Okay, I'm gonna search about it so I can give you the answer. Hold up.
All right. Muslims, they guess always.
Yeah, because I clearly don't know everything. You think you know everything, but you don't.
I do.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I know
You can
everything about.
actually
I know everything
trust
about
that.
your religion. Anything about your religion.
About my religion, but do you know everything about your religion, huh?
I don't have religion.
You don't
Christianity.
have a religion?
Christianity is not religion. Christianity is a true God. Religion is just man-made. God is real, and religion is not exist for the real God.
Huh? So you don't follow Christianity, right?
Christianity is not religion. Christianity is faith in the Lord. We know where He
So
is. You see, we are Christians. We don't say like the Muslims. Okay, the Bible says in the throne, above the throne. Okay, Jesus above the throne. They have no problem. But you Muslims are terrified because your Quran is messed up. You cannot explain a word. Your scholars cannot answer anything. For this is the most confusing, silly book in the world. I mean, look
okay,
what
so
we are
you
talking
really
about, guys. We are trying to figure out where is Allah. They don't even know where He's sitting. So He have
hold
a
up.
throne. Is He above the throne or He is under the throne? Is He in the
I
side?
have
Is He
I
sitting?
have just a small I have a quick question, okay?
No, no,
Like just a
my
small
friend.
question.
I'm waiting for you to find me the answer about.
Yeah,
Please,
okay,
which
but
one?
just let me ask you this.
Mountains
So if you
or
really
which one? Mountains or stars? Focus
all right,
first.
I'm gonna answer that, but I have just a bit question like out of context. So,
Uh,
if you are really desperate to get an answer, why don't you go to the scholars? Maybe they know better than me, and of course they do.
I don't
Why do
wanna. I don't wanna
you
be
know? Why do
my
you?
friend. If I answer you, you will be insulted. All the scholars are donkeys. They cannot answer this question.
So
And I
you
will give
basically
you.
go
And
with the.
listen, I
So
will
you
give you.
basically go with the
So
random
okay,
people and not the
let me
scholars.
prove my point. I will give you the time you need. What? How much time do you need? You have the whole internet. 5 minutes?
No, no, yeah, I don't even like need 5 minutes. It's gonna take like seconds, you know. But the thing
Wonderful.
is,
Okay, find me. No, no, don't
have
talk.
you?
No, no, find me the answer. Find me the answer. I will say to you, find me the answer, please, and then everything will be solved. The
All right,
mountains or the stars and the sky, the sea.
all right, hold up.
Mhm.
It's not saying anything about creating the mountains or like the stars first.
You said you can
It
find it in a
says,
second. You said you can find it in a second.
yeah, but it's not saying anything about that. It's saying that
I
Allah
thought,
created the water,
you said
and
to
then the
me,
throne, and
I
then the
thought you
pen,
said
and
to
then
me,
the
no, no, no,
heavens.
no. Listen, listen, listen. I thought you said to me, why you don't see what the scholar is saying? What the scholar is saying? Nothing?
No, no, they are saying Allah
Oh.
created first the water, and then the throne, and then the pen, and then the heavens, and then the earth, and then اختلف في العرش. I don't know what does that mean,
Okay,
but
okay.
anyway.
So based on what you are reading right now, Allah created the earth first or the heaven first?
No, 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 the water first.
No, no, forget. Okay, the water. But after the water, what is next?
After that, it's the throne,
Number three,
and it's the pen,
number four.
the heavens,
Okay, number five.
and then it's the earth.
So the earth is the last thing.
After this, the heavens, yeah.
Wonderful. So why the Quran saying this?
And it says here in the
Hold
surah, in
on.
أول ما خلق
There's no
الله
need to read
القلم.
more. Hold on. You just give me the answer. The earth is the last thing. Everybody heard you. But
Hold up. No, hold up. I'm not sure of the answer. Sorry, wait. Hold up. I'm just searching.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Yo-yo.
I'm not sure. So
Yo-yo,
I'm
my
not.
friend. Yo-yo. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I said that and I said that. Oh, okay. Hold on. What is this? Are we kids?
Just give me a minute. Hold up.
I'm holding.
So the first thing he created is the pen,
Uh-huh.
and there is no after that. It's only the pen.
You are
After
lying, my
that,
friend.
it's
You are lying.
huh?
You just say it. You are reading the page, and the page
Yeah,
is saying the following. So why you are
it's
lying?
the pen. And actually, I have remembered that there was a
No, no,
surah
no.
talking about the pen.
I asked you what is number 4? What is number 5? People are my
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
witness.
That was a random. Sorry, that was my mistake. I have
Okay, let
you
me
know like
repeat the question. Don't make mistakes now. Which one
uh
Allah created first? The
which
earth,
thing the
the
pen.
earth, or the sky and the stars?
And it's the pen. The first thing he created is the pen. And if you go to the
I
Quran, you
don't
can
care.
find it's the
There's many stages, no problem. I'm talking now about the earth. Who care about the pen? Pen. Allah have a pen. That's funny. So, yeah, your God is funny. He wrote he have a pen. He have a tablet. Anyway, so listen. So, which one Allah created first? I'm not talking first as number 1. No, one before one. Forget about the pen and the water. No, I'm talking about the because it sounds like there's many waters. So forget about that. Which one
after the
Allah?
pen. It's
Which one
like
Allah
in
created first? The earth which we are living in it, the earth which we are living in it,
uh
or the
the
stars and the sky?
there is no like an order after the pen.
There's no orders.
Yeah, after the pen. Yep.
Are you practicing the taqiyya of the Shia?
What do you mean?
You told me you can find it in 2 seconds. You open a website and you find the
Yep,
order.
yep, yep, yep.
Now suddenly
And
you
I
cannot
made
find the
sure, and I
order.
made sure, yep, yep, and I made sure that the first thing he created is the pin, and there was no order after that because he created everything, after that, and it's clearly mentioning in every surah you can
All
find
right.
the earth, the mountains, the stars, and
Okay,
everything.
hold on. Based on this verse, which one I created first?
Uh, there was another verse that he created the pen.
No, no, no.
The first
There's
thing,
a verse in the Quran. It says Allah created the pen.
okay, yep, yep, there is.
He created the pen. That's wonderful. He created first the pen in the Quran.
Yep.
Okay. What it says? Tell us.
Hold up.
I need that verse.
Yeah, hold up. سورة القلم.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why am I searching in Google. I have a book.
That's funny, huh? Yeah, you have a book.
Yeah, but
You have a book? I thought you didn't have a book. Since when Muslims have a book?
I have a Quran. Yeah,
All
no
right.
shit.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Hold up. Let me just go find the Quran.
My friend, you will never find such a verse. You are just fooling yourself. There's a
No.
Quran
Because,
speak about the pen.
dude, I have
Quran
read it.
speak
So I
about the
have read it.
pen, but the Quran did
Hold
not
up.
say Allah created the pen. You are just making things up.
Not created the pen. He mentioned the pen that he is
No,
first
no, you
created. So
said no, no. You said there is a verse. Allah, He created the pen first. You said that. You said there's the
mm,
verse. Yeah, everybody heard you. You said there is a
Yeah,
verse,
I was not
Allah
being
created the pen
specific. I
first.
meant,
I said to you,
yeah.
where is this verse? Find it for me.
I'm trying to find the verse talking about the pen. I did not be specific.
No,
He
we do
did
not
not say
need a
I
verse
created the
talking about
pen.
the pen. No, your point was that the first thing Allah created is the pen. And then
Yes, he
you,
is. Yeah, he
okay,
did. He did.
you said there's a verse where it says that.
Yep, it's talking about the pen, and the hadith talking about the first thing he created is the pen. So hold up, let me just
My
find the
friend,
ayah.
where is the verse saying Allah
Let me
created
just
first the
find it.
pen?
Hold up.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You need the patient of, I don't know, I mean, a
Let me see.
patient of an angel to talk to Abdul.
I know, right? Let me see.
Do you need to call a friend?
Hmm.
Or a sheikh? You want to call a sheikh?
A sheikh?
Yeah?
No.
They can answer.
No.
Okay, you know what? I want to give you 1 century to find me the answer.
Say what?
I want to give you 1 century.
Century?
Uh-huh.
What
Because
do you mean?
because there is no such a verse in the Quran.
Just hold up. I found the verse, but that's not the verse I'm looking for. Because there.
That verse is eaten by the goat, maybe.
No. There's it goes like
No, I'm
Bismillah
serious.
ar-Rahim.
I'm serious. I think that verse is eaten by the. Is it true that the goat ate many Quran verses?
Huh?
Is it
The
true?
goat ate?
Yeah, many verses in the Quran.
What are you talking about?
They ate the verse you are talking about, the qalam, like, the one about creating the qalam, the pen. Where is it gone?
No.
The goat ate it. The goat ate it.
Hold up.
No, I can help you. The goat ate it, and I have reference for that. You know.
You're
I'm
funny.
no, I'm
You're too
serious.
funny.
I'm serious. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah. I'm being serious as well.
Look what? I mean, okay. So where is the verse is gone? I mean, you cannot find. Well, you cannot find it. Obviously, the goat ate it.
I did not find the verse, but you can go look for Surah Al-Qalam, and you can find the hadith that is literally mentioning that the first thing Allah created is the pen. Find, first of all, search about Surah Al-Qalam.
Where Allah he put the pen after he created the pen?
What kind of a question is that? He
Why
did not
not?
put it anywhere.
So Allah he have a pen now. Allah he put it
Dude,
in his pocket, on his table. I mean, what the pen? What
no.
what is the pen for?
You're just being sarcastic. So let me just make this clear, okay?
Uh-huh.
You're literally asking me dumb questions, okay? So let's just stick with what we know.
All right.
Search about.
Okay. You
Search
see,
about
I
Surah
showed you
Al-Kahfi.
I showed you the
Sorry,
hadith.
Surah Al-Kahfi.
I show you the hadith. Allah, they asked him what Allah created before the creation. He said there was nothing. There was nothing. Correct, guys? So now you're saying to me the first thing Allah created is the pen. So Muhammad is lying.
Yeah.
It can't be
Yeah,
both.
no. You're saying there was nothing before the creation, but there was water. But before the
No,
water,
no,
he
no,
created
no,
the
no.
pen.
Hold on.
Well,
He
literally,
asked,
what are you laughing
he
at?
said there's nothing. Your prophet, he said there was nothing. There was nothing. You know what nothing mean? There was nothing. Totally nothing. Nothing is exist. So when your prophet he says there was nothing, that means there's nothing at all. We cannot say there was something. That there's nothing. Nothing exists. What say you? So what this pen
Hold on.
about? Which one was
Hmm.
created first? There was nothing.
Well, okay. No, wait. You made a good point. So now let me just, find an answer
Okay.
because I'm a bit confused now.
Okay.
Actually, it's funny that I'm struggling, to find an answer. But if you go to a scholar that you called a donkey, they would not even, hesitate to give you an answer. So,
Okay, I have a challenge for you. Can you call a scholar of your choice to join us?
do you think I know a scholar?
Why you not? I mean,
I don't
you do
know a
not need.
sheikh.
You do not need
If
to
you know
know.
a
I mean,
sheikh,
there is
I don't
famous.
even know a sheikh. How do I know a scholar?
My friend, there is famous people. You can call them. Says, brother, I need help. Your help. I mean, this guy, he's
But
making.
I know no one actually. So
Ah,
even a sheikh, I know no sheikh actually.
ah,
If you know a sheikh,
yeah.
I don't even
Okay.
know a sheikh.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yep. So before the pen, there was water, and then after the water, it was pen.
Ah, okay. That is more clear now. Okay. So,
Yep.
okay, before the pen, there was water. Who created the water?
Allah.
No. If there was nothing, you see, they are asking Muhammad, what
Yeah.
was there? Where was Allah before He created His creations?
Yeah.
So He created nothing yet. Where He was? He was there above the cloud.
Yeah. He gave you an answer about that
Okay.
actually,
So
and he
now
made it
there's
so clear that
so now
he
there's
was
a
above the
cloud,
water.
and so who is the one who created the cloud, or who is the one who created the water?
What kind
No,
of a question
no,
is
no,
that?
no. You see, then He created the throne. You're understanding, my friend. So Allah, when He created the throne, created the throne after they asked Him where Allah was, where He was before He created His
Have you
creation.
finished the hadith?
Okay,
Because it's clearly saying
just
in
to
the
make it
end
simple.
he was above
Okay,
the water.
let us make it simple. Which one is created first, the pen or the throne?
No, the water.
The pen or the throne?
The water.
I'm not asking about the water now. The pen or the throne?
After the water?
The what?
After the water or
This is
no?
not the question.
Because
The pen or the throne? Which one created first? You said we people heard
the
you,
first thing
my
it was
friend.
water.
My friend,
I
no.
mean,
You said the first thing Allah created was the pen. Everybody heard you.
yeah, and I said, I said, my bad. I made a mistake. It was the water.
No, it's not my. It's not your
Wait.
bad. It's not your.
Didn't
It
we
is
move on
not.
already about that?
No,
Because I
it's
said
not.
it
No,
was
my
the
friend,
water before the pen.
it's not your bad. This is what the hadith saying. Allah created first the pen.
After the water, yeah.
No.
You can say,
No, no, no. Let me, if you wanna go, if you feel bad, it's okay. I don't want to cause you a heart attack, my friend. It's okay.
no, you think I'm gonna
Okay.
run away, but
Okay. So the first thing Allah created is the pen, not the throne,
it was the water.
not the water. Read it. The
Part
first
of a
thing
hadith that
Allah, read it.
said
It's in
it
front
was
of your
the
screen.
water. Three of
The
them.
first, The first thing Allah created was the pen. We need somebody to make me a sandwich. I'm angry.
So, wait, do you have a hadith that it says that Allah created the water first?
Now you agree I am the scholar.
No, wait. Do you have, because I don't
No,
recall
you
that.
see, that will not work because simply, my friend, listen, your religion is messed up because even if
No,
you can, okay,
because I did not search about that before, so I'm a bit confused, when you ask me now.
you know what you mean in the search. I show you the hadith, and you are telling me that hadith saying Allah created the water first. I was correcting you, trying to help you. I said, no, it doesn't say that. It says, where was Allah before He created His creation? There's nothing. Allah created nothing yet. What the first thing created? The throne.
The pen?
Here it says the
No,
pen.
the pen, yeah.
Every hadith, your prophet, he have different order. Do you know why? Because he's a false prophet.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
I want to go with you. So, the first thing Allah has created now is what?
Didn't you just say pen?
I don't know. I want to know what you say.
All right, so you're going with my speech?
I don't agree with anything. I am here to expose Muhammad.
No, I'm saying you're going with my talk now.
I'm not going with your talk. I don't go with anyone's talk. I got people busted.
How did you get me busted? I said I'm a bit
because
confused
I'm
at
showing
this.
everybody, you and your God, you cannot answer a question. Both of you.
Okay. I have a better idea. How about we change this topic because I am a bit ignorant in this.
No. Just
I can
let me
do
help
my
you.
homework.
Okay,
Look.
my friend.
I do my homework. I study about it. Next
Okay.
time you call me,
Uh-huh.
I have like the
No,
the full knowledge.
but why you don't learn from me right now? Here it says, and then he created the throne.
I cannot learn anything from you. I have
Then
to
he
do my
created
own.
his throne. So your God Allah, he created the pen before the throne?
No. I have to do my own homework.
It's in the front of
because
you.
I'm a bit ignorant.
It's in the front of you.
Yeah, I'm a bit ignorant in this, so I need to do my own homework in
All
this.
right, my
So
friend.
can we change the topic?
No, we are done for today. I will give you time to rest, and you can study. Study, and you can. I invite you. I encourage you to bring a big shake if you can find somebody. Somebody is really strong, and he join you, and I will be happy to have you both. If you can have 2 shakes, 3 shakes, I don't mind. You're welcome.
All right.
All right.
And again, I'm sorry about what happened. I thought I was confused as fuck, and I'm a bit ignorant in this.
My friend, I'm here to help the Muslims. I don't hate Muslims. I'm here to help them. Islam is false. Take it from here.
No, it's not really false because
it's the biggest false religion. My friend, your prophet, he promised you endless penis. What kind of prophet he promised such a thing? Endless penis? I mean, even crazy people will not believe in such a thing. Even people
you want to talk about this now?
No, I mean, I'm just telling you that take it from the end. A God who promised a follower endless penis. This is the most stupid promise.
Well, if you're going with this logic, and then I'm gonna say, how did your God die, and then what is the purpose of the opportunity, and how many contradict in your Bible?
We can answer so easy. My God, nobody can kill my God. They kill the flesh. My God is always alive. My Lord, hold on. My Lord, hold on. Let me answer you. You asked me. Let me answer you, please. So
But you're basically a
let me
Muslim by
answer
saying
you,
this.
please. Let me answer you, man, please. So
Uh,
isn't
uh.
it the Quran says Jesus he resurrect people from death? The one who
Yeah,
resurrect people from,
he
hold
had
on,
this
hold on.
miracle.
Let
Yeah,
me finish. Let me finish. The one who can
yeah.
resurrect.
I'm
Let me
answering. Yes,
finish. The one who
I'm
can
answering. Yes.
okay, the one who can resurrect people from death, that mean death mean nothing to him. So when you say to me how God can die, why not? That God, my God, He showed
No, no, no,
you
no. And
that.
my
Oh, let me
belief
answer
is
you. Let me
different.
answer you. Let me answer you. My God showed
Uh-huh.
you showed that He have power over
Yeah.
death, which no human being have, only God have. My God, He showed you that He can make the blind see, and no man can make a blind see. No
Wait, wait,
man
wait,
can
wait.
make the
I have two
no, no.
questions. Wait, wait.
Hold on, hold on.
Wait. First of
Don't
all,
change
in
the
my
topic.
belief,
Don't change the topic. No
no, no, I'm
man,
not
no
changing the
man
topic.
can
First of
heal.
all, I
No
believe
man
in my
can
belief
heal.
that Jesus did
No
not
man.
die.
Hold on. Well, I'm answering you. Hold on.
Yeah, but
My
how
Lord,
do you, like you're
my Lord.
answering my
If
answer
I ask you
literally?
right now, where is Jesus now?
Jesus, he is with God.
I thought God have no location.
Wait, do I have to give you a location for God?
Are you saying
Seriously?
to me,
Wait, wait, wait,
Jesus?
wait,
You
wait.
just
In
said
my
Jesus.
belief, in my
You just
hold up,
said. You
hold
just
up.
said Jesus with God. Does that mean Jesus on the throne of God?
So when you die, do you go with a
Hold
specific
on, don't change
location?
topic. Jesus with God, does that mean
Yeah.
Jesus is really with God or you are making things up? If he is with
No,
God,
no, 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 no.
if he
He's
is
with
with
God.
Allah, if he is
In
with
my belief,
Allah, where he is with Allah, that means he is with Allah. Allah and
if
Jesus in
I
one
give you,
place.
if I answer that, if I answer and I give you like, if I tell you like, oh, Jesus and his Lord in this specific time in this specific place, it's gonna be located. But that's why
No,
there
no,
is
no,
no
no.
answer for that.
We know that Allah is above his throne. You agree with that. So now,
Yeah, but it's not located.
Jesus Jesus is with Allah. Where is Allah? On the throne. Thank you very
It's
much.
not. Wait. It's not located. You're saying it's located, but it's not. It's above. Do you call
No, no,
above
no,
is
no, no.
located?
Hold on. Jesus is with God. Muhammad is under the ground. Jesus only
Uh-huh.
in Islam is with
Uh-huh.
God. Nobody else.
Wait,
And that
wait.
answer all what I want.
Every person he met God, but Jesus, he is with his Lord because he did not die. He did not crucify.
Thank you very much. If Jesus did not die, that means he is special and Muhammad is not. And all of human beings
No,
are
no, no.
not. Hold on.
He's been
No,
saved
no,
by
no,
his
no. Hold
Lord
on, hold
because
on.
that's what
That means
Muslims believe.
If you Muslim reject Jesus because to be God because he died, well now Jesus is confirmed to be God based on your logic
No, 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 no.
because he never
I'm saying
died.
in your beliefs, no, you got me wrong. In your belief, you believe that Jesus died. In your religion,
My
in
friend, my
my
friend,
beliefs,
my friend.
hold up. Just let me
My
talk, please.
no, I
In
answered
my
you.
hold up, just let me finish. In
Uh-huh.
my beliefs,
Uh-huh.
Jesus did not die. He has been saved by his Lord. So you're basically saying you're a Muslim because that's what Muslims
Okay,
believe, you know.
I will
But
go with you.
wait, hold up. And you're saying that
I,
Jesus is like above death and all that. So does Jesus knows the time, like no knows everything?
Your God do not know everything. Jesus, he is the Son of God.
Yeah,
His
I'm
job.
asking
Okay,
you, is
I'm
God
answering.
knows
Yes, my
everything?
Jesus in the Quran, he can tell you what you hide in your houses. Do you deny that?
Wait, hold up. You're answering or not?
Yes, Jesus know
Does
everything.
Jesus
If
know?
you want to say to me
Okay,
he do not
in
know the
your
hour,
Bible,
if you say to me, hold
Jesus
on,
did not.
let me answer. If you say to me Jesus do not know the hour because he is the Son, it's not his job to announce the hour. This is
And
the job of the
wait. There was
Father.
another verse. There was another verse actually in
Hold
your
on,
Bible. It's
hold on.
saying that Jesus did not know something. It's two verses literally.
Okay, I can show you now 10 of things. If you want to explain as you wish, I can show you tons of things. Allah do not know anything.
Wait, what's your answer about that before you question me?
Jesus, he knew everything, and the Quran confirmed that.
No, in your Bible, dude. I'm talking about you in your belief.
Okay, give me where Jesus do not know. Go ahead.
No, you said Jesus did not know, like he knows everything.
No,
But there is
you
two
said
clear verses in the
Jesus, he do
Bible.
not know. Show me what you do not know.
There is two verses in the Bible that he said. In which verse he said he did not know the hour
Uh-huh.
when they asked, his people asked him.
Uh-huh.
And there was another verse that I don't really remember, but he did not know a
Uh-huh.
specific thing.
Okay, about the hour, first of all, your God do not know the hour. I can show you tons of reference about that. We will go back. Jesus said, only my Father, because this is the job of the Father. The Son,
And
his job. Hold
by the
on,
way,
hold on.
did you
The
know
Son,
that
hold
back in
on,
the
hold on.
day
First of
people
all, in
called the
Christianity,
Lord
my
Father,
friend,
right?
just to explain to you how ignorant the Muslims are. In Christianity,
Yeah.
we don't have a preset time for the judgment of the day. When God speak about day of judgment, Jesus himself in the same chapter, he said, when this and this and this and this and this and this happen, then the Son of Man will come. So Jesus, he is telling
But
us,
didn't you
shut
wait,
up,
wait,
let me
didn't you
answer you,
say
let me
he is
answer you,
God?
let me answer you. Yes, he's God. Because we don't believe in a
How is God
we
doesn't
don't,
know
no,
everything?
this is not about knowledge. It's not, the Bible says, it's not for
So
anyone,
Jesus doesn't
it's
know everything.
not for anyone to know, so nobody will be ready. So judgment day have to be surprise. Nobody will know. Jesus said,
So Jesus
Jesus,
doesn't know everything,
let me
right?
answer. Jesus said, if someone says to you that this is coming, this is happening, he said, don't believe in them. No, don't believe, because there's many
So
false.
Jesus doesn't
Now
know
listen,
everything, huh?
listen. Yes, the Father he knew. The Son, his job is to
Yeah,
be the
so
judge.
Jesus is not God, huh?
Let me know he's God, and the Quran confirmed that.
So how
Do
does
you want
God
to see?
knows how does God doesn't know everything?
Well, hold on. If this is the story, this
You're
means
talking about
that's
my
me.
belief
Hold
while
on,
you don't
hold on,
even know
hold
your
on, hold on.
belief.
I explained to you, Jesus, it's not about knowing, it's about the Father will announce it. But your God do not know the hour. Do your God know the hour?
What does that have to do with me? I'm talking about
No,
your
no,
belief.
no. I'm going with your logic. Your God do not know the hour. Your God, he says, the moon is split asunder and the judgment day is near. And this was 1400 years ago. It was a false prophecy. That was an eclipse. Your God,
Wait. You say
hold on,
wait,
hold
wait.
on,
It
hold on,
was
hold on. Look,
you know you don't
one by one. Your God do not know how the baby is made. He claimed that the sperm become a piece of blood. This is God. He do not need even the baby. We do not need to go and know the hour. Even simple
huh?
thing you do not know. Your
There was a
God,
whole verse in the Quran talking about the baby, how it's like made in the womb
exactly. Here we
of the
go. Read
women.
it. Okay, read
How
it.
are you, what are you talking about?
Okay, here, read it. We will laugh. Here we go. So here we go.
Sure. Just give me a second.
Read it and laugh.
All right. Just give me a second.
No.
Okay.
Read it. Okay, read it. Here we go. Your God,
All
he
right.
think
All right.
your God, he think that the baby is created from a congealed blood.
Hold up. No. Hold
Yeah.
up.
What kind of God he says that? Read it.
Hold up. Okay. It says.
Uh-huh.
وجعلناه I can't find the English explanation, but I'm gonna translate it. But in Arabic it says جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحمة. So I'm gonna explain it in English. Hold up.
All right. I'm holding.